trust me to see the game the way that it looks. It's a must. I redeem my name and haters get mushed. Bitches lust. Man, they love me when I lay in the cut. Fisticuff. The lady get berated some paper cuts. Now picture us. It's ridiculous. She curses the dope. Cause when I spit the verse, the shit gets worse and worse. It's just so. If I can fit the words and picture perfect works every time. Every verse, every line, as simple as nursery rhymes. It's elementary. The elephants have entered the room. I venture to say with the center of attention it's true. Not to mention back with the vengeance, so here's the signal of the bat symbol. The platinum trio's back on you hoes.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
They see that low guy that go by, they like, oh my. You ain't got to tell me why you're sick, cause I know why. I dip through in that 6 tray, like sick of Dre. I'm the niche that they can't scratch, they sick of me. But hey, what else can I say? I love LA, cause over and above all, it's just another day. And this one begins where the last one ends. Pick up where we left off and get smashed again. I'll be damned, stuck around and crash my Benz. Driving around with a smash front end. Let's cash that one in. Grab another one from out the stable. The Monte Carlo, El Camino, or the El Dorado. The hell if I know, I will never see to final. Decision. Garage looks like precision collision. Or Mako, beats wait like Waco. Just keep the bass low, speakers away from your face though.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
Dirty Sizzles in the building, y'all. That's right. Up top's in the building, y'all. That's right. Midwest in the building, y'all. That's right. West Coast in the building, y'all. That's right. Dirty Sizzles in the building, y'all. That's right. Up top's in the building, y'all. That's right. Midwest in the building, y'all. That's right. West Coast in the building, y'all.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Nah, me and Luda wasn't good at computers, so we dropped out of school cause we tryna fuck the tutor. Her ex-man drove a Mercury Cougar, I hit her with this maneuver, he just couldn't recoup her. We got vouchers to stand on these couches, James Brown couldn't tell me get down. We got foreign cars and houses, we got porno stars and spouses. You tryna stab one like Jack the Ripper, tryna get two like Jack the Dripper. My nigga Tone been locked for a minute. He come home from the street, he gon' want some scrippers. And I'm a big tipper, I don't even be tripping. This my first real Rolex, they don't even be ticking. This my first pair of earrings I can wear in the shower without I'm clouding up in a half an hour. So that basically mean my paper getting mean. 4 G's in the paper denim jeans. The pink rocks red hot like Anthony Kiedis. You see this D's is the sweetest Adidas. We fire, y'all retire. All ugly people, please be quiet. Hov ain't get a beat from me in a minute. He heard just to get fired. I was rehired. I got a track right now that can say mine. It ain't a song, it's a video called Dave Myers. I drop 20 G's on the freeway rims. I get that money to enough and get some real spins.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
Dirty South love it real big. Yeah. Midwest love it real big. Alright. East Coast love it real big. Yeah. West Coast love it real big. Alright. Dirty South love it real big. Yeah. Midwest love it real big. Alright. East Coast love it real big. Yeah. West Coast love it real big. Alright. Come on.
Rags to riches, quick to socializing with the baddest bitches. Went from a bucket to a rag with switches. I'm seeing death around the corner. I'm bumping Gloria, doing 90 cause I wanna. I'm getting high like I said it was some chocolate time mixed with some Indonesia. Watch me fry, and even though I know the cops behind me, hit the weed enough, I continue doing 90. Till I get caught, another ticket, get the kick, get in court. Fuck the law, give a shit, I'm even worse than before. I know they wanna see a nigga blurry, but I ain't worried, still throwing these things. Got me locked in these chains, and hey nigga, what the fuck is you wailing about? Soon as I hit the sale, I'll be bailing out. And when I hit the streets, I'm in the rush the ball. I'm screaming thug life, nigga. Fuck y'all.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hustler and Muscular, also known as H&M, dropping gems, stomping hard like a pair of Tims. Coming to you live tonight. The shit is just right. I'm gonna make this live be out of sight. Best believe that. All right, let's see any of my early birds. Okay, salute to you, Scented Cole. You're unpredictable, but you're always at your pentacle. Thanks for being here. Hi, H, and I'm super sleepy, so I'm gonna hit the bed pretty soon. I'm definitely gonna watch this live until I doze off. God damn, you must have one busy day, Cynical. And salute to you, my favorite troll that's out of control. It's Zara. She goes to Farah. Dealing with her, there will be no tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by, little lady. Just don't be up here trolling and shit. Just be cordial on my channel, okay? That's all I ever ask. So anybody else, you make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is my Instagram information, and the Cash App has already been pinned in the chat. I mean, you don't have to donate, but those donations will be very, very, very much appreciated. Because I'm not doing this for the money, but hey, a few Cash Apps here and there won't hurt your boy. But before we get into this topic, I got to put this message out here real quick.
Like, comment, and subscribe because it's just what the doctor prescribed.
Yeah, that's right. That's how we do it up in here. That's how we do it up in here, up in here. All right, salute to Cynical One and Zara. Anybody want to come up? I'll be sure to drop the link soon enough. Now let's get into today's topic. Today we're going to talk about the consequences of being a 304. For those of y'all that don't know, well, I'm gonna let this little banner up here explain that. What exactly is a 304? Well, it's another term for HOE, but okay, what is it exactly? According to this, it says HOE, for the sake of YouTube, it's called a 304. It's generally a woman who is promiscuous. That is to say, they have a lot of sex partners, are not very picky when it comes to who they choose to have sex with. Makes sense to me. That may also be using someone who may actually have sex with a lot of. It may also be used for someone who may not actually have sex with a lot of people, but give off the vibe that someone is trashy, low class, or easy to sleep with. Yep, we've seen that before. And it says other words can be used: slut, tramp. And of course, you got the man whore or the attention whore. So yeah, that's the general definition of what makes a woman a 304. Even if she's someone who's not had a lot of sex partners, she can just give off that vibe that she just might be easy for her to sleep with. A trashy, low class behavior, yeah, she may give off the impression that she might be easy. That's why I tell women they need to watch how they conduct themselves in public, because even if you're not something, people are going to get that impression of you. And they always want to say it's not our place to judge, but hell, I know that we shouldn't judge everybody, but let's face it. We're judgmental people, some more so than others. And when we see you acting out of pocket, you're damn right we're going to judge. That's just what we do. So you're acting like a 304. People are going to assume you're a 304. But that's the basic definition of a 304. A easy woman who either in my opinion, it's either one, a woman who sleeps around, for money, aka pay to play, or two, it's the one that does it just for sport. Those are the two basic definitions of a 304. Now, what's the problem we have being a 304? Well, it should be pretty obvious. Why should a woman degrade herself by having multiple sex partners, knowing that at some point she's going to want to start a family with a good man? Because no good man wants to deal with a woman that's so sexually starved and attention starved that she needs it from more than one man, because one man is not going to satisfy her. They go through what's called a 304 phase or whatever, and this society has perpetuated 304 culture to the point where they're encouraging women to go through a 304 phase, then look for a partner later. The only problem is, number one, you're devaluing yourself by having all these sexual partners. And number two, it's going to be hard for you to settle down with just one specific dude, because you've had so many men go up inside of you or be sexual with you. You've developed some sort of emotional attachments to all these men. And before someone in the comments say something like, well, men do it too. Men sleep around, don't get attached. Well, guess what? Men and women are not the same. This is what separates men from women. As a man, I can have sex with 1,000 women and meet a good woman and detach myself from all those other women. Women can't do that. That's the first thing. And second of all, a lot of women are not attracted to a man who's either one, a virgin, or two, just sexually inexperienced and doesn't get a lot of female attention. Let's face it, y'all ladies would be more attracted to the man that's either one, had multiple partners, or two, gets a lot of attention from different women, or vice versa, or the both at the same time. Either way you look at it, if you're dealing with a man that doesn't have a lot of options, doesn't have a lot of sexual experience, you most likely wouldn't be turned on by him in the first place. I'm not saying get with the guy that's been smashing everything in sight, but I am saying, well, if the guy has a body count of some sort, you better vet him, make sure he doesn't have any diseases and he ain't got no kids all over the goddamn place. Meaning he's being responsible with his seed. Everyone's entitled to their preference, but a man's general preference is a woman who does not have a body count, a very high body count. And my definition of a high body count is anything above 3. Maybe y'all feel differently, but anything above 3 is high enough for me, honestly. That is high enough for me. Yeah, but the thing is, most men do not want relationships with those types of women. And I know it's been pushed so hard in society, they want to say, oh, if you don't want a woman that's a 304, something wrong with you. What the fuck is wrong with a man that wants a pure woman? I literally saw a video 2 years ago about a woman saying any man that wants a pure woman is basically wants the innocence of a child, which is equivalent of being a pedo. First of all, not all children are innocent. And second of all, how are you going to compare a grown-ass adult to a little-ass child? Even teenage boys and girls be out here getting it in before they're even old enough to vote. Now, how you gonna say I want the innocence of a child just because I want my woman to have a low body count? Isn't that what makes a woman a good woman? God did not create women to be promiscuous, but he programmed us men to want sex from multiple women until we find that one. We can't go against biology. That's why there was a time when this kind of behavior was shunned upon, because this is no way for women to act. But thanks to sexual liberation and the whole feminist movement, all that has changed over the last few decades. Now women can have a whole phase almost as much as a man can. The only difference is 25, 30 years ago, there was some degree of shame for that, so they had to hide it. There was some degree of shame put on women for wanting to be promiscuous, so they had to be low-key and secretive about it. Imagine if this was 25, this was at least I'm gonna say 20 years ago, 2 decades ago. If you were that girl in high school getting ran through by all the men on the football or basketball team, guess what? Nobody liked you. Nobody wanted to be around you. Even other men, even the thirstiest of dudes would shun you because they don't want to catch something from you. But in this day and age, 304 culture has been pushed to the forefront to where all women are encouraged to do this kind of stuff, especially when they're young. The narrative is have fun throughout your 20s and look for a husband by the time you're 30. Not understanding that, first of all, you can't just burn yourself out dating all these different people and then think when you're 30, 40 years old, you got time to find a good man. Women have what's called a biological clock, so they don't have the time to be out here looking for a man past 30. Besides, they say the older we get, the more stuck in our ways we get. So by the time you're 30 years old, guess what? You're stuck in your ways to where you don't want to cooperate with a man. You're so used to being independent and being on your own that when a man come along now, you got to try to mentally readjust yourself to get on this man's program. Possible, but highly unlikely. So you don't want to wait too damn long to finally get a husband. So you can't believe all that bullshit about go through a phase while you're young, but then when you're older, now it's time to settle down. Because again, no man wants a woman that's been ran through by other men, taking somebody else's sloppy seconds. And again, you can't do what men are doing because as men, we can detach ourselves from sex partners and settle down with just one good woman. So we need to come out that mindset of that men and women are exactly the same. No, we're not the same. We're not equal like that. You can't fight biology. So no, we need to come out that mindset because they say for every action, there are consequences. For every action you take, you're choosing the consequences. So when you choose to be a 304, you're choosing the consequences that come behind it. In this case, not in the case, like I said earlier, not only does no man want to take you seriously as far as being in a relationship is concerned, they'll have fun with you, but at the same damn time, you're going to wake up one day and realize your options have run out. You've hit the wall because you've been doing this, that, and the third, either working, going to school, doing this, that, and the third, all throughout your 20s, having a hot girl summer all throughout your 20s. Now you're 30 years old, you're too old for that shit, and now you want to settle down with a good man. You're going to realize at some point you can't do that. The only problem is when you're 30 years old, it's damn near too late for you to come to that realization for most people, if not all people. That's why it's best to come to that realization while you're young and still growing, instead of waiting till you're 30 years old and stuck in your ways. Because one of the consequences behind that is that men are only going to see you as someone that they can have sexual fun with, but never someone that they can actually take seriously. And if you're an older woman, those older men are going to date younger women. I did a show on that just about a week ago about age gap relationships. Imagine you're 40 years old, but all the men your age know you've been ran through. So they're going to go for someone younger and probably less defiled. Another consequence behind 304 culture is the rise in baby mama culture. Having kids by men out of wedlock. Seriously? Having kids by someone you're not trying to take seriously? Because anytime kids are involved, it's the responsibility of the man and the responsibility of the woman. Y'all both created that child because y'all both were irresponsible with your sexuality, so y'all both got to own up to it and deal with it. That's just how life works. You can't bring children into this world, only blame one side. If I get some chick pregnant, I'm just as responsible as she is. She allowed me to slide in her raw, but at the same time, I slid in her raw without wrapping it up. So I'm just as much to blame as she is. So yeah, if you're a single mother by a man that you knew was not going to be with you, or you just assumed he was going to be with you, that's your ass. That's why I tell women and men to choose their partners carefully. Protect your seed, men, and ladies, protect y'all wombs. Because y'all don't want to be single parents running around here, not being able to take care of your child. These family courts will always give the child to the woman, not so much the man, even if the woman seems like she doesn't qualify to be a mom. I've heard story after story of these family courts giving the child over to the mom more so than the father. I'm not going to say the father's any better, but hey, why give it to one side just because of their gender? At least the father will give discipline, order, and structure. The woman just going to give nurturing, caring, and feminine energy. You can't have one without the other. That's just how that works. Oh, what's up, Killer Swag? Get that bag. Don't be caring about them price tags. You said, what are you blaming yourself for? I wasn't blaming myself for anything. I was using myself as an example. I was saying that if I get a woman pregnant, or whatever, because I'm irresponsible with my seed, I'm just as much to blame for that baby's birth as she is. We're both responsible. Same thing with you, buddy. You get a girl pregnant or whatever, you're just as much to blame as she is because you slid into her raw unprotected, but at the same time, she allowed the shit to happen. So yeah, it's the accountability of both the man and the woman. That's one of the consequences of 304 culture. Baby daddies and baby mamas are going to be on the rise. and it's the baby mamas that are basically going to get more of the advantage. Because they can rely on the government, they can get whatever they want while the man got sitting there paying child support. And for all you know, the kid might not even be his. I did a show talking about paternity fraud a few months ago. Yeah. They need to start cracking down on that bullshit. I mean, seriously, what grown man wants to pay for a kid that's not even that's not even his? Who wants to do that? That's why I said I'm never to blame. Remember that H&M? Fuck you mean you're never to blame? If you get a chick pregnant because you didn't want to wrap it up, you were too stubborn to wrap it up, yeah, you're just as much to blame as that irresponsible woman. So y'all both need to come to some understanding and take care of that child together. But you know how that goes. Women are always going to get the edge in this kind of stuff. But yeah, today's topic, the consequences of being a 304. Men don't want to take you seriously. Men don't want to marry you. They see you as just being someone they can have fun with sexually. And not only that, you're putting yourself at risk of catching possibly a disease of some sort and becoming a single mother. Then when you're over 30, you feel like, oh, you've hit the wall and nobody wants you. You degraded yourself. Well, that's your ass, sweetheart. Shit. As a woman, you shouldn't degrade yourself because you want to get on par with what men are doing. Yes, men can sleep around and do this, that, and the third, but shit. That's what separates. That's what separates men from women. We can detach from women. Y'all can't. That's the difference. I'm never to blame. It shouldn't be so. What you mean it shouldn't be so good? I don't give a damn how good the cooch is, bruh. Play the game safe or don't play it at all. Wrap it before you tap it. Yeah. Swag, if I get word that you got some chick pregnant because you didn't heed my warning, we're going to have a problem on our hands, buddy. We're going to have a problem on our hands. But you already know the game. You already know how that goes. But yeah, there's a heavy price to pay for being a 304. A heavy price to pay. I mean, you want to be a You said no kids over here, bro. Well, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Same here. No kids over here in my lane. In that regards, I'm proud of you. No kids over here for me too. So yeah, it's like you can be a 304. If you want to be a 304, you can. You want to run the streets, you can, but there are consequences behind this kind of stuff. Nobody wants to marry you. You're only going to be seen as play. And by the time you're 30 years old, a single mother with kids all over the damn place, you're going to look back and be like, where the hell did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? So yeah, they say think before you do. Well, that's one of the best times to think. Well, and take a look at this little story. I'm not sure if y'all could read that, but this says, she said, I like to hang around females who got a man because the ones with standards go out, because we the ones with standards. Go out with a single bitch, she'll have you in a car with 3 niggas that you don't know, and then she get mad because you being uptight. No, bitch, take me home to my man before I call the police. Damn. Ain't that something? Yep. And that's the thing. Even the sisterhood suffers. Even 304s make other women suffer. It ain't just the men that suffer because of 304 culture not being able to find a good woman, but other women have to suffer too. Cause look at this little comment right here. She'd rather hang around women who are actually in relationship because they have standards that they want people to uphold. But these single chicks will have different men coming and going, and it's making you look bad. They want to call you uptight or you being paranoid, stuff like that. So yeah, they making y'all good women look bad too, because now the general consensus is this is how most women are. And since all of y'all flock together like birds of a feather, we don't know who's who. You can't put a good girl next to a bad 304 type chick and expect us to be able to differentiate the two. You're guilty by association. Take me home to my man. Yeah, well, if you got a man already, honey, I don't think you need to be hanging around other single women anyway, especially those trashy types. Because I've heard stories of married women hanging around, single married women hanging around single women. When they start bringing other men into the mix, now those other men get involved, and she finds herself having an affair behind her husband's back. That kind of shit happens a lot, more often than people like to admit. Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting comment that she made. And this one says, hoes want attention, real women want respect. Exactly. I don't know who posted this, but damn, that shit is spot on. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that post deserves a round of applause. Only hoes want attention from different people, men and women alike. That's all they really want. A real woman wants the respect of men and women around her. That's what separates women from 304s. One wants attention, the other one wants respect. That's the way that goes. Okay, I have another one to show you. This one says social media convinced women that being hoes is acceptable and are now depressed because men only want to fuck them and not love them. See, there you go. There you go.
No shit.
Well, no fucking shit.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. That's one of the consequences behind being a 304. Now you're depressed because men only want to smash and dash and not love you like a traditional woman. This is the position you put yourself in, and you just have to be a 304 for the streets. This is exactly what you put yourself in. Because by nature, men want sexual interactions with women. And if she's not relationship qualified, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. It's just in our nature. I don't condone using women as sex objects, but at the same time, I don't condone women putting themselves in positions to be used as sex objects. So you gotta look at it on both ends. Ladies, if you don't want men using you for sex, don't put yourself out there to be a goddamn sex object. That's just how that works. You can't put yourself in a position. You can't put yourself in a position to be sexualized and expect men to take you seriously. It's like y'all want to sexualize yourselves, but when men start doing the sexualization, now it's a problem. You see how ass backwards that sounds? Women don't mind going on social media, thirst trapping, or being out in public thirst trapping and objectifying themselves. But anytime men look at them and acknowledge, and now they want to say, no, don't objectify women. This is not how to treat a woman. You up here half naked on the internet. What the fuck you think we gonna do? And how we supposed to feel about that? That's like saying a woman wants to hit herself upside the head or burn herself with a blowtorch, but yet let a man do all them things. Oh, now it's a problem. So you can hurt yourself all you want to, but if a man hurts you, now it's a problem? Oh, man. It's only a problem then.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Yep, that's exactly how that goes. And here's my last one I want to show you. This one says, being a hoe is not worth it. A night of fun and bad decisions can cost you your life, can cause you a life of treatment, and negative connotation that comes with being sick. People aren't honest. Protect yourself. Makes plenty of sense to me. My bad. Hell, that makes plenty of sense to me. So yeah, that's something you gotta think about. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Don't judge our 304 phase. Fuck you mean? You want to be a hoe? Yeah, we gonna judge you. Goddamn right, we're gonna judge you. Where did they get off talking like that? Seriously. All right, before I go any further, I'll drop the link for anybody that wants to come up and chop it up with me. Anybody want to come up and chop it up with your boy? Hit the link right there and let's talk about this. Today's topic, the consequences of being a 304. All right. So anybody back there listening in, feel free to listen in or chime in. If you want to, come in on the chat and let's talk about this. And those of y'all listening, my Cash App is at the top. My Cash App is pinned to the top. So anybody want to donate, feel free to do so. Again, it's not necessary, but it would be definitely appreciated. This is like what I call a non-profit organization, but hey, a few donations here and there won't hurt a bit. All right. Well, you know, all right. We all know what's coming up at this point. Now I'm going to showcase a few videos that I discovered to hit home on my point. It's going to be dealing with women who went through a 304 phase and they suffer some consequences. And let's hear some of them tell their stories. They're going to be critiqued by other YouTubers, which is the name of the game. And I'm going to give my own 2 cents on what I think about this stuff. Again, anybody want to come up and talk about this? The link is right there. Add your 2 cents in before I play these videos if you want to, or we can talk about it while I play the videos. Anybody want to come up? What's your idea of what do you think some of the consequences of being a 304 is for a woman besides the stuff I just listed? Feel free to elaborate on it if you want to. All right, hold on a second. Let me get this first video set up. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, here's my first video. Shout out to Insulin Audits. It says the consequences of a 304 phase. And by the way, I found it kind of weird that we use the same thumbnail for our videos. I had no idea. I just found this on Google Images. So yeah, please don't sue me for using your thumbnail, buddy. I just found it on Google Images, just so you know. All right, let's see what this woman has to say. All right, here we go. Let's just put this message out here real quick so people will understand. Okay, where is it? Fair use, fair use.
If you are currently in your phase, this message might be for you. So this is like really random, you know, as my TikToks always are. Basically, if you follow me on TikTok, you're in my close friends story. We're close friends. So I just saw a girl's post. She was a worker, and she was talking about how she's experiencing like depression, anxiety, having like eating disorder issues that have come back up and everything. So that's what prompted me to share this. The energy exchange that goes on during, even if it's just casual that you think you're having, it's much deeper than that because we are always swapping energy with that person. So if you're
Shit.
Well, no fucking shit.
you're having multiple partners, think of it as, you might feel bipolar, to be honest, because you are taking in and taking on all of these other people's energies and subconscious beliefs and traumas.
He's going to sink that.
Well, no fucking shit.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, it's not the same when it's men doing this, because women, like she said, you're absorbing all these energies, it ain't just fluids you're taking in, you're taking in all this energy from different men by engaging in intercourse with them, and now you're going to have some sort of emotional attachments to these men. So yeah, it's beyond just a physical thing, it's an emotional attachment. So yeah, it's not the same for men as it is for women. That's something they have to understand. But anyways, fair use.
And conscious beliefs and traumas.
He's going to sink that. She can't sink. She's unsinkable.
She said it, not me.
You were taking in and taking on.
Yeah, that's more than just energy there, Queen. That's an average of 48 jackhammer thrusts a minute there. I would say there's more energy, among other things, coming in than going out for women, if you catch my drift. Regardless of how much hot dog variety a woman wants, the reality is it's the same buns getting tapped. And for as much as some of you ladies may deny it, men can tell when the buns are squished too many times. I'm also going to point out...
Shit.
Yeah, we can tell it. I mean, we can for the most part, we can tell when them buns been clapped one too many times. Yeah, it's just I don't know, it's kind of an intuition. So we just have this sense that this woman done been around the block, this woman done did this. So yeah, we kind of have a sixth sense when it comes to this kind of stuff. So we have ways of knowing if a woman has been around the block with different men, by how she acts, how she carries herself, how she talks about men, how she interacts with men, or how she carries herself. She's always thinking about sexual stuff. Now, I'm not saying being a nympho is a bad thing, but if she shows signs that she's sexually irresponsible and she has no boundaries when it comes to who she sleeps with, okay, that could be a problem. If all her past relationships didn't last for more than a month, but yet they actually had sex, that could be a problem. She's a serial dater that could possibly turn to a possible 304. Checking the expiration date. Let's hear what else I have to say. Fair use.
This queen actually said that those who follow her are close friends. No, they are your viewers.
Those who follow you are close friends. Well, some of them might be, but I'm gonna say 90% of them are just followers. Yeah. I know you can't have that many friends unless you want to count the whole sisterhood that's going to come to your rescue and tell you what you need, what you want to hear. Yeah, you want to count them as friends. Yeah, fair use.
Content is fun, but it's no replacement for a social life.
Whether you're conscious of it or not, it's happening. So knowing that information, if you're sleeping with someone who only uses you for your body and only cares about you for sex, they probably don't think much of you.
Well, no fucking shit.
Right. Now you might be thinking, well, these men are just dogs. These men are just disgusting pigs. That kind of stuff. Yeah, well, there are some men out there who only view women as sex objects. There are some men out there that think that any and every woman is just a hoe for the streets. Yes, that does happen. But you can't say that's a majority of men. Me personally, I see certain women as being hoes, certain women as being 304s, only certain women. I'm not so narrow-minded to think that all women should be put in the same category. Hell, I don't think people in general, human beings, plants, and animals should be put in the same category. Everybody is different. I understand that. But we deal with them accordingly. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, as a man, shouldn't you just leave 304s alone altogether? Well, for the most part, most men, a lot of men are doing just that. When they see 304s or women that they suspect are 304s, yes, some of them are walking away. The only problem is they're not going to have a lot to choose from later on in life because it's been pushed to the forefront to where 304 culture is the way to go. You'd be hard pressed to find a woman that hasn't that's not for the streets in this day and age. For the last 3, 4, 5 years or so, you'd be hard pressed to find that. Every woman is not doing it, but it's like a majority are. Put me in a room with 10 women. I bet you 8 of them have been through a whole phase, or the remaining 2 didn't go through any of that stuff. So now I got 2 to choose from. So that's all I got to work with. I'm all for quality over quantity. But let's say the 2 that I left, one is already in a relationship. The other one is either I'm not attracted to her or she's not attracted to me. So there's always going to be something to look at. So we don't have a lot to choose from as far as women we want to actually marry. That's one thing. And second of all, let's just face it. It's in our nature as men to want to capitalize on sexual thrills with women. So if you see a chick that's being easy, yeah, you can use your own discretion, but and decide you want to smash or smash and dash. You don't have to necessarily, but let's face it, it's in our nature to get horny for these kind of women. Sometimes I feel like people want to put this narrative that a man should override his desires for sex with a woman just because she's being easy. Override that desire. But yet women being 304s and taking advantage of men with their 304 nature, it's just women being women. So we can excuse women for being women because that's just in their nature, but we can't excuse men for just being men. Okay. Men are horny sex animals. That's just in our nature. And even the ones who want to get married and start families, yeah, they see this kind of women the same exact way. You think that Christian man wants to be with you knowing that you've been ran through by other men? No. Being a Christian person, he'll just walk right on by you. While the semi-Christian men will just keep you around for recreational purposes. But that's all you're really gonna get. Either way you look at it, you're not getting a relationship from either one of these men. That's my take on that. But fair use.
Think about what's happening when you're swapping energy with someone who doesn't think much of you. You're probably taking in those thoughts, and they probably feel like your own. Mm-hmm. Thought energy is extremely powerful. That's why you can walk in a room and you can have no context of what just happened, but you can feel it. Anyway,
yeah, it's called reading the room. Okay, hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Now let's see. Let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
It's all extremely random, but keep that in mind. If you want to continue to be I support you. Have fun.
All that to say, you support women who want to continue to be 304s. That was pointless, especially if you are.
Yeah, that was pretty pointless. But then again, we can't do shit about it, right? And cynical, please try to stay away from this stream. This is a very interesting conversation. Feel free to chime in the comments if you want to. I know you're tired, but hey, this is an interesting show. You're my top tier supporter, so yeah. Zach B said, what up? The 304s are fair use. Salute to you, Zach B. Thanks for being here. My guy said 304s are fair use. Yeah, they are to a degree. As long as you handle them correctly, I guess. Long as you handle them correctly, yeah. And by the way, the link is in the description. You want to come up and chop it up with me? Today's topic, we're talking about the consequences of being a 304. Okay, fair use.
We're trying to use
Energy exchange.
as a 304 activity deterrent. Ladies, here's an opinion that is going to hurt some feels. There is no such thing as a 304 phase. You're either a 304.
There's no such thing as a 304 phase. Well, that's something I used to believe at one point, but after hearing it constantly, it's like, damn, what the hell? I mean, you can't compare it to I don't know, a rebel phase that you went through when you were like in middle school and high school, you know, where you rebel against your parents' authority at a young age. That's just a phase. Happens to a lot of people, but you can't put 304 phase in that same category because a rebel phase is something you grow out of as you get older. A whole phase, good luck trying to grow out of that shit. So you can't put that in the same category. So I get that aspect, but let's hear what he has to say. Fair use.
Or you're not. Just because it goes dormant for a time, it doesn't erase the past.
Of course.
It doesn't make your squished hot dog buns go back to out of the package fresh state. And it has been proven in studies, the more intimacy partners a woman has, the harder it is for her to pair bond with a man. Yeah. Oh.
Exactly. That's something I spoke on. The more bodies she racks up, the less likely she is going to be faithful to one specific man. And again, this is what separates men from women, because we have more of a physical attachment to sexual interaction as opposed to an emotional attachment. So we can get away with that. I can smash 20 women and then at the end of the day, only pick one that I want to commit to and forget them other chicks because I got my rocks off. I got my pee-pee satisfied. So what's there for me to look forward to after that? What's there? So yeah, I got what I wanted, and like I'm emotionally attached to this woman. So yeah, we can do that. But that's just the way that goes. But fair use.
My female viewers just screamed, "You are slut shaming!" Ladies, it's not a
slut shaming. Why the fuck does slut shaming have to be a bad thing?
This is bullshit. Oh my God.
People act like slut shaming is a bad thing. Why should slut shaming be a bad thing? Don't you think we should shame people who go against societal norms in that manner? The same way we the same way we shame and shun criminals or whatever, and every other evil person out there. Don't you think we should shame women who are immoral and don't have any ounce of common decency? Because back in the day, it was that shame that kept women in line. So why not accept it? The old shaming tactics, the way we shame women back in the day for being 304s is what kept them in line. And my mama always told me some things in life people have to learn the hard way. Well, if you go through what's called a 304 phase, if there's a such thing as a 304 phase, you're going to find out the hard way what happens when you try to go through a phase. Again, men don't want to marry you. They don't want to take you seriously. They just want to use you for sexual thrills, and you're going to be feeling depressed and oppressed. The only thing I could hope for is that make sure the hard way is not the only way you learn such a lesson. But anyways, fair use.
Insult to say the truth. Why is it acceptable to call a broke man broke, but it's unacceptable to call a carousel rider, well, a carousel rider?
Yeah, that's a good point. Y'all call us men broke because we don't make a certain amount of money. But when y'all up here racking up bodies, we can't call y'all out for that shit. The double standard is unfucking believable.
Oh my God!
Moving on.
Sleeping around with men sometimes.
I take 5.
Okay, hold on. We got to add here. Give me a minute.
Like, comment, and subscribe because it's just what the doctor prescribed.
And we're back. Let's hear what she has to say. Fair use?
Makes other people feel like worthless. People use it to kind of fill a void.
Do you guys think there's a benefit to having a face?
If you want to do it, yeah, like mess with people, but don't mess with people's feelings. So they should just be like kind of just discovering yourself, you know?
This is bullshit.
What? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Did this woman just say it's a way of discovering yourself? Really? Did y'all hear what this broad just said? A whole face should be a way of discovering yourself. If I want to discover myself, why not go on some sort of inspirational journey like you see in those old biblical movies? You know, going off the grid and exploring new things and doing certain things that you've always wanted to do, and find out more about yourself, how you react and how you respond to certain situations, what you know and what you don't know. That's how I will discover myself. I don't think smashing a bunch of people is going to help me discover myself. But then again, it's different for men than it is for women. So maybe I'm missing something. I don't think having a high body count is going to help you discover yourself, but maybe that's just me. What do y'all think in the comments? Let me know in the comments what you think of that. Because I don't think racking up bodies is going to help you discover yourself. The only thing it may help you discover is how good you are having sex and taking dick up and taking some dick. That's it. But anyways, fair use.
And like what you don't like, you know, you should have your fun. It just sucks that like there's this sort of like devaluing because like you went through your phase.
Yeah, but
and what's your fucking point?
Like if you're a dude who gives a like body count, then you're not a high quality man.
Yeah.
Oh my God! This is bullshit.
Okay, let's hear that again.
I just like there's this sort of like devaluing because like you went through your phase.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're a dude who gives a like body count, then you're not a high quality man.
Yeah.
Stop the cap. I'm calling cap. Triple cap. Triple cap.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
C-A-P. Cap.
That's cap.
Exactly. He just said that you care about a woman's body count, you're not a high quality man. Okay, so if I'm a high quality, so if I don't give a fuck about your body count, that makes me high quality. Now, granted, I generally don't care about a woman's body count, but that's because I'm not trying to take her seriously. So what the fuck is this old simp ass dude talking about? Seriously. Oh man. Zach B said maybe she will learn that she doesn't want to be a 304. Only thing I can think of. Makes sense to me. That's the only thing she gonna think about. She don't want to be a 304. But you heard what that guy just said. He said that if you're a high quality man, you should not care about a woman's body count. How much sense does that shit make? Let me know what you think about that in the comments, or come on the stream if you want to talk about this. If you care about a woman's body count, you're not a high quality man. Seriously? Really? Well, in that case, all these men out here pumping and dumping and being irresponsible with their damn seed, not caring who she smashed in the past, I guess they're high quality men. Never mind that they're baby daddies with kids all over the damn place. Never mind that they run the streets or whatever the case may be. whatever this situation is. So you want to be a high quality man, stop caring about a female's body count. Woo, that's the message I'm getting from this. And all I can say
is bullshit.
Exactly. Fair use.
I feel like that just like tells right away. No,
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be with you.
It's like a super red flag.
This is bullshit.
Should just be like kind of just discovering yourself.
Yeah, kind of like a square peg in a round hole, except the 304 puts every shape/size of peg in all the holes. I don't know what was funnier when A, she said,
It just sucks that like there's a sort of like devaluing because like you went through your 304 phase.
how dare those men actually have standards and not want a 304 even if she claims she no longer is one. Or B, the cuckold dude said, if you're a dude who gives a F about body count, then you're not a high quality man. Bro.
Exactly.
This is bullshit.
What? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
My God.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Okay, fair use.
That's not going to get these women to sleep with you. In fact, they've already lost some respect for you. My God, you are not an HVM. You are basically the equivalent of a homeless bum saying Leonardo DiCaprio isn't a high-quality man because he isn't a billionaire. Let's put it this way. This gorilla doesn't say anything negative about a man who has standards and refuses to imp. But that's okay. I promise you that the Chads/Tyrones will remember your words when passing their leftovers to you. Moving on.
Exactly, right. After every Chad and Tyrone's through pumping and dumping these shit, they're going to pass them on to your little simp ass. You want a woman's leftovers, that's fine. I ain't judging. But just know you ain't gonna get much of anything out of it except satisfaction for the penis. That's all you're gonna get. But anyways, okay, this one says 3 reasons why people go through a hoe phase. Okay, explain.
3 reasons why people go through a phase. Tune in. Number 1, they just got out of a relationship.
Just got out of a relationship. Now, granted, when I broke up with my ex 13 years ago, I was going out, getting it in with different women I knew from around the way. Even went to the strip club and banged a few women. So yeah, that does happen. People get out of relationships, good ones or bad ones, and especially if it's a bad one, and when they want to sleep around just to make themselves feel good. But like I said, it's not the same when men do it. I know some of y'all men who just got out of a relationship with a woman, or had a falling out with a woman. Now you want to go find some new tail to chase. That happens. But it's not the same for men, because when women sleep around, they get attached to those different men. When men sleep around, they can easily detach themselves from said women. They can easily do that. Oh, what's up, RB Fatal? Shout out to you, my guy. Shout out to you for being here. So, RB Fatal, what's your take on this whole thing? You could either chime in. If you want to, you can either chime in the chat or hit the link and let's talk about this. Today's topic, the consequences of being a 304. Let me know what you think in the comments or hit the link and let's chop it up. But anyways, fair use.
Most people who got out of a relationship, especially a toxic relationship, want their freedom. They want a chance to be single, especially if they...
Okay, being single is all well and good, but what you do when you're free and single, that makes all the bit of difference. If you feel like that's the only way to express your freedom, I got 2 words for you.
Emotional damage.
Enough said. Fair use.
were in a long relationship that lasted years. Now they want to enjoy themselves and go through all those females, all those men that they didn't have a chance to do while they were in a relationship. Number 2, they feel like they're missing out.
Missing out on what exactly?
In other words, they're never satisfied. They want to go from one person to the next, because they want to feel like they're playing they gotta experience. Number 3, they're most likely in college.
Yeah, they're most likely in college. And RB Fatal say ain't no consequences for them these days. That's absolutely right. Ain't no consequences for them anymore. Gone are the days of females upholding religious beliefs when it comes to traditional relationships. Now they feel like they can just be free throughout their 20s. Like this woman just said, most likely they're in college. Now, I'm not going to say being in college is an excuse for being a 304, but you have to admit a lot of these females who go through that phase do so around their university days. I mean, let me know in the comments if you ever seen or experienced this. Ever been that guy that was getting in with different females on college campuses in your dorms, or know someone that went through that? It happens more often than people like to admit. The only thing is, back in the day, they kept that stuff to themselves, especially the ladies. I'm pretty sure women were on my college campus having 304, but they say shit to me about it. Because sometimes you don't find out about this until years later. Imagine being with a woman, committing to her, then you find out 4 or 5 years ago while she was in college, she had a one-night stand with 3 or 4 different men in her campus. How would that make you feel? So usually when they're in college, that's when they want to get into that kind of stuff, especially when they're living on campus, away from their parents. All right, fair use.
A lot of people go through their phase in college because, what can I say, y'all are cooped up in the dorm room, all in the same hall, especially if it's a co-ed hall.
What hall isn't co-ed? And by the way, I haven't been to college in a minute. Do they really have co-ed halls in these dormitories? Anybody can answer that in the chat. You remember from your university days that they have co-ed dorm? I never stayed in a dorm before, so let me know if do they have co-ed dorms on college campuses, or is it just guys on one side and girls on the other side? Let me know what you think about that. Feel free to answer that in the comments below. But fair use.
Y'all know.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Bam, I'm just going to use her own numbers. 1, that is an excuse to try to absolve themselves of responsibility later. Similar to using illegal drugs or becoming an alcoholic after a breakup. Men will not accept this excuse, and for as much as you try, you will not be able to purge those bodies from your count. 2, if a woman feels she is missing out, she is a 304, period. Ladies, imagine.
If she feels like she's missing out, then she's probably had 304 mindset from the beginning. And I would say if they can have a public slut walk downtown major cities with no shame, things them change. Oh, you think that you said things them change? Okay, I'm not sure what you meant by that, but yeah, they can't have major slut walks in downtown and major cities with no consequences. All right, fair use.
Imagine you are in a relationship with a man and you found out he slept with 10 men a month before you met, and he said, "Oh, I'm not like that anymore. I just felt I was missing out." That same feeling of repulsiveness you would get is exactly what men feel with a woman's high body count. 3.
Exactly. And again, it ain't the same for men, because men can sleep around and not feel any attachments to these women. It ain't the same for women. And plus I'll talk about later on. I'll talk about that after this one. Okay, fair use.
This is another excuse to absolve themselves of responsibility.
You were in college. Okay, who cares? I don't care. I mean, some females begin their whole phase in fucking middle school and high school. So I can't even say that's a lot. That's a eligible excuse. I've heard stories of females that had sex at 13 and 14 years old. So shit, we can't act like that doesn't happen. It starts at a young age, but I don't think adult age is where it always starts. It usually starts before then. But fair use.
Sorry, it's not accepted, ladies. Don't get me wrong. Most men you are attracted to will smash a 304 all day long, and after they are done, they will not put a ring on it. This is why many women who live 304 lifestyles end up with bottom of the barrel men: imps, bums, ex-convicts, physical abusers.
Exactly. Those are the only ones that'll take their happy asses. Yeah.
And alcoholics. Yes, some 304s do luck out, but those are very few and very far in between.
And plus, they don't last that long either. Got to remember that.
It's like trying to become a professional actress. For every Scarlett Johansson, there are at least 3,000 Hooters girls pouring an average guy a beer and saying, "I'm gonna be a famous movie star." Moving on.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay. Zach B said, I had an old neighbor that slept with many women every, but I was always wondering if these chicks want to actually be with him or they're just 304s. Yeah, who knows? I mean, if he brought a different woman every day or every other week or something, chances are he's not trying to commit to any of their asses. It's possible he doesn't want to commit to any of them. Yeah. I mean, it's possible. I mean, to each his own, I guess. It's possible he doesn't want to be with any of them women, but fair use.
Just don't have it in me to be a hoe anymore. As much as I truly would love to, as much as I would truly love to just
to be a hoe anymore, she says. So she's trying to repent for her 304 past. I've always wondered, is it possible for a woman to reform from being a 304? Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe I'll save that for a future show. Can a 304 be reformed in the same manner as a ex-con or a former drug addict or a former alcoholic? Is that even possible? But anyways, fair use.
blast past this and get plowed by a bunch of emotionally unavailable, medium ugly dudes.
Medium ugly?
I simply cannot do it. The idea of being around another man intimately or romantically absolutely terrifies me. So I don't know what to do except just cry in bed and stare at the wall. The idea of going on a date is absolutely abhorrent to me. I feel like I have no energy to ever love again. I guess I'm just in my aromantic, asexual era. Don't know if it will ever change, but I am just not the person I used to be in my 20s.
Well, that's disgusting.
It is.
I mean, how do you feel when you're even doing that? Honestly, are there any upsides to this job?
Fam, there really isn't much here that I didn't already cover. The only difference is this queen is ran through exhaustion symptoms. Hey, she said she did 3 or 4 things and she was tired of being a 3 or 4. I didn't say any of that. What I did say is 3 or 4 is not a phase. It just goes dormant. I'm not a blind ape. And I recognize that 3 or 4s have a spot in society. They are part of the answer to the call of the wild. The real issue is when women actually believe they can seamlessly transition from 3 or 4 to, I'm a good woman, wife me up. You can't turn a 3 or 4 into a housewife.
He said it. You can't turn a 304 into a housewife. I could have told you that. You can't turn a 304 into a housewife. Tell him again.
304 to, I'm a good woman, wife me up. You can't turn a 304 into a housewife.
No shit.
Well, no fucking shit.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Exactly. Enough said.
Speaks from experience. My advice to my younger male viewers is don't make my mistakes. This ape, when he was young, didn't do a proper vetting process and married the female that peeled my banana better than the rest. Yeah, a good portion of my experienced male viewers just said, you and me both, brother. If any of my younger viewers are going to take away something from my ignorance, it should be, you wife up a 304, she goes 304 dormant, but her true nature will come back years later and you will pay the price. I'm just saying, if you can
exactly
for this audit, click on the video in the end screen.
Okay. Well, that's the video. Like they always say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, and that will never, ever change. Because if she was a hoe before you met her, there's a good chance she's going to continue to be a hoe even after you decide you want to commit to her. Like he said, you can dormant your 304 ways, but eventually it's going to come right back up. It's kind of like a person with PTSD and they have a relapse all of a sudden. Yeah, that can happen when you go through a 304 phase. He said, can you turn a house into a hole? What? Zach B, what do you mean by can you turn a house with a hole? You mean run a house with a hoe? You said, can you turn a house with a hoe? You mean, can you run a house? Do you mean run a house with a hoe? I think so. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife? You said, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? No. Like the man just said, you can't do that. That's a recipe for disaster. That's just a recipe for disaster. Because if she was doing this kind of shit before she married you, there's a good chance she's going to eventually revert back to her 304 ways. Point in case, look at Russell Wilson and Sierra. We talk about him a lot because he's married a woman that was clearly for the streets, but I guess he was too blind to see the truth. And people say, leave that man alone, let him run his relationship how he wants to run it. But hey, when you're running a relationship, when you're a public figure, first of all, people are going to talk about you. And second of all, you're setting a bad example for how a marriage is supposed to be. That's why it's getting a lot of attention. So yeah, we do. So yeah, understand you can't turn a hoe into a house. But one of the consequences is that, again, no man wants to marry you. You bound to be stuck in that so-called hoe phase for a long period of time, if not forever. That's just the way that goes. All right, on to my next video before I take a stream break, since no one's coming on the panel just yet.
Rental house regrets? It matters where you stay.
With Chewy Auto Ship, get their favorite toy delivered again and again.
The life of hustler and muscular. That's my name in this game, hustler and muscular. Come at me with beef, I'll switch into a tussler within a heartbeat, best believe. Yo, it's the life of hustler and muscular. That's my name in this game, hustler and muscular. Come at me with beef, I'll switch into a tussler within a heartbeat, best believe and achieve.
All right, here we go. Look at this. This one says another new podcast. This one says 304 calls into Kendra G's show while 304ing. Results of sexual liberation. Oh boy, Kendra G. Oh my gosh, shout out to her. But god damn, the people she bring on her show are just, it's mind-boggling. So let's hear what he has to say. Okay, fair use, fair use.
It comes from the Kendra G show, or as I like to call her, Ken Drizzle. There should be drizzling those big old biddies all over the screen. My God, every time she interviews a guest, they look like they want to come out and sing a song.
Oh, damn. Hold on a minute.
And just having a little fun, okay? This is a small platform. I feel like I can say stuff like that, but on the off chance that Kendra G ever sees this, I apologize. Shouldn't have called them titties. Should have said breasts. Well, let's get into it.
What's the difference?
But before we do, just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit that note.
Oh, I can't.
Let's get into it.
Hello? Oh, I can't see you, baby.
Is that a gunshot?
You see me now? Okay, hold on.
I hope not.
I think I can. Give me better light, but I can't hear you, but that's all me.
Are those police cars behind her, by the way? Did y'all see the red lights? Were those police cars or ambulances behind her? Let's see that again.
Oh, I can't see you, baby.
Is that a gunshot?
Okay, are those police cars behind her, the red lights, police cars or ambulances? What the hell happened? Okay, fair use.
Okay, hold on. I think I can. Give me better light, but I can't hear you, but that's all me.
What she's gonna do? She's outside in the middle of the night.
Hello? Hello? Okay, boo, give me some light. Can you see me? I can see you now.
There you go.
Bring your phone up, though. I'm outside.
We know.
We know you're outside. Jesus.
I'm outside working. I didn't know you were gonna put me on here. Okay, but you gotta.
She says you're outside working.
This is bullshit.
What? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
The fact that you said you were outside working should be an automatic red flag right there. Oh, God. And Kendra G is just going to let this shit slide. She says she's outside working. We all know what the hell that means. So we all know where this is going. Okay, let's continue. Fair use. Oh, boy.
Bring the phone down so we can see your
Outside
face.
working at night?
Okay, there you go. What's your name, boo?
Working at night. What you expect?
Y'all know what time it is. She belongs to the street.
Exactly.
What's your name? Bedaria. Everybody calls me Beanie.
Hold on. Oh,
Deanie.
Just mention something real quick.
Go ahead.
I keep seeing this over and over. This baby hair trend. Like, I understand y'all want to have a little bit, but she got hers slick way down her eyebrow, past her cheek.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Seen a baby with hair like that before. And she's got a whole disguise on top of that. Is any good disguise starts with a wig. She's got lashes. She's got makeup. Those eyes, look in her eyes, because those are contacts, and she got the nails. My goodness, where's the real you?
Who knows?
Where you calling me from, Deanie? Beanie. Like
oh, Beanie. I thought you said Deanie, like Larry Beanie. Yep.
Where you calling me from? I'm from Chicago. Okay, listen.
Oh, she's from Chicago. God damn, I'm from Chicago. Oh, my Lord. So she's in my old city. I still rep Chicago. You know, I don't live there no more. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. But yeah, I'm from Chicago too. So god damn. Hope I never bump into her ass next time I go visit the city again. Oh, boy. Fair use.
Why you gotta bring the phone down so we can see your face, bro? Can you see me now? I can, but bring the phone down a little bit because the comments on my end are blocking your face. All right. Beanie, how old are you? I'm 25. You're 25?
I thought you said 45, but she said 25. Like you 45, thotting up on the streets. I've always said some things you're never too old for, but this ain't one. This is definitely not one. This is definitely one of them. But she said 25. That's still egregious, no matter the age. I'm just saying. But okay, fair use.
Yes. Okay, what do you do for a living? You said you at work? I'm an entertainer.
She said she's an entertainer.
C-A-P. Cap. Cap. C-A-P. Cap.
You ain't no way. You ain't that kind of entertainer. We know what kind of entertainer you are, so give it a rest already. Fair use.
You're an entertainer. What do you do as an entertainer?
Oh, you know what you do.
I work in strip clubs. I work the streets.
The streets?
You work the streets too?
Oh my God!
Oh, to the street.
I'm the escort, you can say. You're an escort.
Oh my God!
Yeah, is that legal? I don't know.
I don't know. As someone who lived in Chicago all his life, I think I can safely say no, that's not legal. In most cities in Illinois, that stuff is not legal. It may be legal in Las Vegas, Nevada, but in Chicago, Illinois, that stuff is not legal. You know, cops been cracking down on that shit for as long as I can remember. So no, it's not legal here. Just so y'all know. I'm just saying. But fair use.
She said it's not legal. No, I'm just doing it now. So I'm almost finished stacking what I need to stack so I can start building my house.
So you're using that money just so you can stack and build your own house. And yes, Arby, she did snitch on herself. Yes, she snitched on herself. You say it's illegal in Florida. Okay, so yeah. Miami, Florida, some part of, yeah, in Florida, it's illegal. Here in Illinois, it's also illegal. Yeah. And like I said, as someone that grew up in Chicago, yes, I can attest to that. It is illegal. Here in Chicago, Illinois, yes. But anyways, oh God, fair use, fair use.
Oh, so you building your house over blowjobs? Don't you need some kind of verifiable income to build a house? You think?
Yeah, exactly. And I can attest to that as well because I'm currently in the process of trying to get myself a new place or whatever. So yeah, I'm trying to get myself a new place. My fault, y'all. This damn mount fell over. Okay. Like I said, I'm in the process of trying to get myself a new place. So yeah, the realtors and the real estate agents need to know what's your source of income. They need to know how you bring money to the table. You gonna tell them people that you make money as a stripper or an escort, as she delicately put it? Is that what you gonna tell them people?
Oh my God!
Oh my God. This just keeps getting crazier and crazier. Okay, let's continue. Fair use.
They're just gonna look and be like, all right, you sucked 2,000 dicks. Here's the keys to the place. This is delusional.
You will give a 304 her own place. Good luck with that. Another consequence of being a 304 is that you get wrapped up in all this sexual stuff. You start taking up occupations, that require you to be sexual, whether it be an escort, a stripper, whatever, exotic dancer, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's what they end up doing in the long run. Fair use.
I don't know, maybe because she's still young, or maybe she's just saying that so it sounds like she's doing this for a real purpose, but it just sounds like the easy way out to me.
Okay. And they say the easy way is not always the best way. So yeah.
Okay, and you say you're working, so are you doing escort services at this moment? Yes.
She belongs to the street.
Oh my God!
What?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
No, you can't. Oh my God. You on the phone with Kendra G while you're up here trying to sell yourself. Really? I mean, you couldn't just go back. You could just do what you were doing and then go back home and talk to Kendra G. You got to get on the streets. At least if you were at home in the privacy of your own home, it would be a lot less. It would be a lot more subtle and nobody would know what you're doing unless you just flat out tell them. But the fact that you out there on the streets, thotting it up while on the phone with Kendra, you just gave yourself away, sweetheart. Just gave yourself away. I swear. Our society has gotten so shameless these days. It's like, oh my God almighty. Okay, let's continue. Fair use.
Wow.
So are you waiting? How does that work? Are you waiting for someone to drive by, or do you have a set appointment? I work the streets. I work the internet. Right now I'm working the streets, but I have
how much you want to bet she does OF? Yep.
regulars. I have sugar daddies, that they call it. I travel a lot. I travel the whole United States.
She belongs to the street.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
I'm an instructor.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no.
Sugar daddies, why are you in the streets?
That's a good question. You got sugar daddy, why the fuck you in the goddamn streets? Shouldn't it be taking care of your little happy ass? Or maybe he got fed up with her. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, wait, where are you walking to? Right now, I'm in Dallas. You're in Dallas.
Damn, this is crazy.
And are you walking to somebody's home? Huh? Are you walking to somebody's home? Or like, where are you walking to?
Do y'all really believe this?
No, I'm just walking.
I can't.
It's called walking the streets. So are you waiting for somebody to just...
Arby said, I hope the feds ain't watching Kendra G. Who knows? Because this woman here just snitched on her whole self. So you better hope the feds or whoever ain't watching. Man, oh man. How you know if she's a 304? Well, look at this female right here. Does she like a 304? If you saw this female walking down the street, RB, would you suspect that she's a 304? Gold hair, baby hair. We can't see the rest of her body, at least not into the Kendra Cam section. But wouldn't you speculate that this woman here is a 304 by the way she presents herself? Let me know what you think about that. But anyways, but let's say you didn't know anything about her. Assuming you knew nothing about her. Would you just speculate that she might be a 304 just by looking at her, how she presents herself? Ask yourself that question. Okay, there we go. Yes, you will speculate. That's how we can tell. Sometimes it's speculation. Other times it's like, boy, we can tell she done been around the block. Oh man, we can tell. But because they have ways of telling on, themselves too. Yeah. Anyways, fair use.
Stop by and pull over to?
Yeah, with a 20 out the window.
So okay, let me ask you this. That sounds like 40, prostitution, not escort.
Uh-huh.
Well, no fucking shit.
You waiting for somebody to just stop by and pull over to you?
Yeah, with a 20 out the window.
So okay, let me ask you this. That sounds like 40, prostitution.
Well, no fucking shit.
It's both.
No.
Whatever.
Did she just say it's both? I'm calling cap. Triple cap.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
C-A-P. Cap.
How the fuck you gonna say it's both? At least an escort is more professional. They work in these old high class areas, these big cities, and at least you're working for some high class business. Prostitution is just you walking the streets. One is just an immoral occupation, the other one just a hustle, in my opinion. So how the fuck you gonna say they're the same thing? Seriously. Oh my God. As the godfather of accountability once said.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Let's continue. Fair use.
You want to call it whatever they want. And is that legal in Dallas?
No, it's not.
It ain't legal nowhere, Kendra.
I mean, it's not, but it's other girls. There's a lot of girls. Okay, so you know my show is a dating show. So why?
Actually, in Las Vegas is legal, from what I understand. Las Vegas, Nevada, it is legal. Yeah.
You're prostituting. You're looking for a boyfriend.
Right.
I wouldn't say a boyfriend. I'll say a friend. That's friend. I'm not looking for no money or nothing. Okay?
A friend?
Say what? You gotta stop moving and talk to us.
What kind of dude would want to be friends with you? And it's not to say
Oh my God!
Person, but you probably got some issues going on that you need to resolve before you go out making new friends. Men don't want to just be friends with you. I mean, any man that comes around, yeah, he probably gonna want to smash, and then he's gonna end up dealing with whatever.
If I'm gonna be friends with her ass, she better satisfy this penis. Yeah. Oh my God. Yep, that's exactly what she's. That's exactly what she said, man. She said she's not looking. She's looking for a friend. She's looking for a friend. Would you be friends with her little happy ass? I know I wouldn't. And Urban, you want to come up and chop it up with me? Remember, the link is still in the description. Feel free to come up here and speak your piece on this. Anybody come up here and speak their piece on this nonsense? The consequences of being a 304. My God. This stuff is crazy. Oh my God. He said no friend zone. You mean know your friend zone her or no friend zone for her? I'm not gonna be friends with a chick like this. I'll come around to get my pee-pee satisfied if I want to. I'm not being friends with a chick like this. Seriously. That ain't happening. But anyways, fair use.
You got going on. You need to get up out of that life, get some therapy before you look to anybody. You need to be looking for yourself. Right?
No shit.
And like we saw in a previous video, they say let a woman go through a whole phase so she can find herself, right? Ain't that what they said in the previous video? Let her go through a whole phase so she can find herself. The only place this chick gonna find herself is in a fucking jail cell. The only place she gonna find herself, or worse, trapped in somebody's basement as a sex slave. That's the place you're gonna find herself at this rate. But fair use.
We gotta get your attention for this part.
You don't lie.
So you ready to give us your attention? Okay.
I said I'm looking for a friend right now.
Well, you know this ain't the PayPal, the pen pal show.
Look, I just told you I didn't come on here.
No fucking shit.
How you gonna
Come on your recording. That's what we do here.
I said
How you gonna get on her show?
A friend that you're gonna do what with? Because my show is when you're looking for someone that you want to date. So are you looking for someone that you eventually want to date? Because that's
Well, clearly she ain't looking for that shit. I mean, look what the hell she's doing. Ugh.
what we do here.
Yes.
Okay. And you want to be okay with you being a prostitute?
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh my God.
What?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
This is bullshit.
What? Excuse me. Why would he be okay with this? What sensible man would be okay with a chick doing some bullshit like this? Really? Okay, I'm sorry. Let's continue. Woo.
What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Oh my God.
She want a friend that she can find a guy she really likes. Well, guess what? Ain't no guy gonna love her ass like that. I can tell you that for sure, Zach. And by the way, you want to chop it up? The link is in the description. Speak your piece on this. Oh my God. Okay, fair use.
I'm looking for
Ain't no man.
honest. I'm looking for an honest man.
Put the ball, you have to put on your face, Beanie, if I'm gonna do this with you, because we still gotta do the way we do it. So I gotta see your face, and you gotta sit still, honey. Okay, well there you have it.
Oh, she banging on her.
Okay, she dropped off. Well, oh my God.
God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
Okay.
Y'all gonna make her quit.
Yeah, she didn't even get to the Kendra Cam part. I guess she didn't come back. Damn, she dropped up before you had a chance to do the Kendra Cam. I don't know about y'all, but I was kind of curious to see what her body looked like from the neck down, at least. Yeah. But anyways, fair use.
Don't make her quit. I'm telling you.
When I tell you, I'm just gonna stop being surprised. Like I am.
I stopped being surprised a long time ago, just saying.
Stop being surprised because I feel like being surprised is I don't know what to say, people. I don't even have the words.
Wow, that is unbelievable. Now, I'm not insensitive to how women come into this kind of lifestyle. I know that it can come from childhood trauma, but at the same time, there should be some kind of mechanism inside of you that doesn't announce to the world that you're prostituting. And at the same time, you're looking for a man on a dating show. Those two things just don't coincide with each other. Once a man finds this out about you, he's gonna be disgusted and turn away. And it's
absolutely what high caliber man wants that in a possible future wife? Nobody wants that in a possible future wife. Seriously. Oh man. Can't make this shit up, as the king of accountability said. But anyways, fair use.
Even worse, because you're up and down America having sex with any and every guy who will pay for it. And a lot of guys are probably just not even going to want to hit it for fear that their dick is going to turn into a Nestle Crunch bar in the morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Ain't that something?
I'm sorry, but that's just too much of a risk. But I will say this before I go. Now, you may look at her and say, how could she give away her body in exchange for money? That's disgusting. But the world today tells women to give their body away in exchange of nothing, and they call it liberation. You can't even tell the difference in dress between a streetwalker and a lot of women nowadays because they have successfully made being a hoe acceptable. So you have to really think, who is the better person in this situation? The one that's sucking and fucking for money or the one that's doing it for free? You be the judge of that. But that's going to do it. So subscribe to the channel.
Oh, man. Well, that's the video. I'd rather get the chick that's going to do it for free than do it for money. But still, I have to choose the lesser. But yeah, that is crazy. That shit is just fucking insane. Oh boy. The things some of these ladies be doing. I mean, for real. Oh boy. And Zach B said mostly anymore. It's just a hookup culture. Yep, it is a hookup culture. I get to mean mostly anyone. It is just hookup culture. Yep, it is. Well, that's what happens when you get wrapped up in this kind of bullshit. Again, anybody want to come? I have some more videos to show y'all, but anybody want to come up, feel free to do so. Let's talk about this, because this is some crazy shit, right? I mean, seriously, she just let it be known that she's up there. She's up there tricking while on the Kendra G show. Seriously. And I'm going to speculate she ain't got a real job, because if she had a real job, why would she be doing this kind of shit? Knowing somebody go see that show, or employee may see that show one day if he watches that stuff and see her and be like, oh my God, what the hell is this woman doing? Oh boy. It's just crazy out here, guys. It is fucking crazy. Oh boy. But man, oh man. It's just wild out here in these damn streets, I tell you. It is fucking wild out here in these streets. Oh, I was on mute. Okay. Okay, Zach once said, once I got kicked out of a strip club because I told one of the chicks to find a real job asking for a private dance. Okay. I don't think you should have did that, honestly, bro. You should not have done that shit. Let these strippers be strippers. I have more regard for strippers at a strip club than I would a streetwalker, but that's just my opinion. I don't mind going to the strip club entertaining stripper as long as they entertain my ass in return. But hey, maybe you should not have said that, because that might be her job. At least she's not a prostitute on the streets. But then again, she might be doing both at the same time. Who knows? I've been to the strip clubs many times. I know what goes on up in them places. So yeah, we don't know their situation entirely. But no, I don't think you should have said that, honestly. But let her continue. Let her entertain you. And if she chooses to get a real job, that's on her. Yeah. I mean, she could have just told you, why don't you go find a real woman instead of dealing with my slutty ass, but it is what it is. Oh my God. Yeah. This is what sexual liberation has done to our society. And this is what happens when you give into 304 culture. Zachary said she didn't have to snitch. She didn't have to snitch on me. Well, I don't know about that. Again, maybe you should not have said that because you know that's what they're liable to do. You do something wrong, they're gonna tell the bouncers, they're gonna boot your ass out the fucking club. So yeah, you gotta watch what you say around them strippers or anybody for that matter. Take it from me, buddy, because I've been to the strip club, so I know what goes down in them. Have I been to every strip club? No, just one in particular before COVID took off. So I know what goes down in them places. You can't be telling them ladies that. Because chances are they gonna snitch. Whether justifiable or not is a matter of opinion, but I still say you should not have said that to her. Oh, man. But anyways, yeah. You live and you learn, right? And put this message out here real quick.
Like, comment, and subscribe because it's just what the doctor prescribed.
Oh, damn, my computer acting funny again. Okay. Until my computer gets booted up, take a look at some of these videos and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Again, if y'all want to come up and talk about this with me, feel free to do so. But take a look at some of these. Take a look at this one in particular. And salute to the godfather of accountability for this one. Fair use.
So
But to be
what's
honest-
wrong? But what's wrong with you?
To be
I don't know. My bad, y'all. I was on mute the whole time. Fuck. Okay, like I said, my computer's acting funny again, so give it some time to boot up. But until then, enjoy this little clip right here. Salute to the godfather of accountability. Let's hear what he has to say. Let me know what you think of this one. Okay, fair use.
So
But to be
what's
honest-
wrong? But what's wrong with you?
to be honest, in my 20s, what I was doing was just dating for fun. Dating, I'm going to be really blunt, dating like, you know, rappers, athletes. And by time I was ready to sit down, I was already in my 30s, and I'm like, oh shit, like I've done give away my most precious years to just partying and being on the scene. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm trying to date, and I really don't know what I like.
Keep going.
I'm trying to figure out what do I like, because for the past 4 years I've been engaged
Okay.
twice, and they weren't the ones.
Have you been in therapy?
Yes, I'm in therapy now.
Let me ask you a question that you probably haven't asked yourself, because thank you for being honest, because I was going to get to it anyway.
Yep. That's what happens when you become a 304. She says she dated rappers and athletes all throughout her 20s, and by the time she's ready to settle down, she was in her 30s, aka she hit the wall because her value plummeted. Oof, my God, ain't that some shit? What a fool, boy. Yeah, man. And as a king of accountability once said, RIP to this man.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Yep, exactamundo, baby. Exactamundo. But yeah, that is just wild. And that video, well, obviously was made before he passed on, but hey, that's an older video that he did. I'm gonna say 2021 or something like that. Yeah. God damn it. Okay, y'all, my computer want to act like shit right now, so I got to give it some time to boot itself back up. But I still have some stuff to show y'all, so this show is not over. The show is not over. I'm just trying to reboot this computer because it acts like shit, so give me a minute, please. Matter of fact, let's take a look. Since nobody's on the panel right now, I'm going to take a brief stream break until I get this shit going again. And if anybody comes in the show during the stream break, just hang tight if possible. And I'll be back as soon as I can. As soon as this computer gets it going, yes, I'll be right back. All right, hang tough. I'll be right back.
Muscular. Fight on.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, finally got this computer acting right. Whew. Damn this old T-Mobile internet. Oh boy, oh boy. But anyways, fellas, anybody back there listening? Like I said, if you want to, the link is right there in the description. Anybody want to come up and talk about this with me? Feel free to do so. Oh yeah, he already said that. Okay.
The life of hustler and muscular. That's my name in this game, hustler and muscular. Come at me with beef, I'll switch into a tussler within a heartbeat, best believe. Yo, it's the life of hustler and muscular. That's my name in this game, hustler and muscular. Come at me with beef, I'll switch into a tussler within a heartbeat, best believe and achieve.
All right. Yeah, welcome back, Swag. Welcome back. I know your ass tired, so I know you're not gonna feel like hopping on the panel, but it is what it is. Just good to have one. At least I got one half my inspiration for this on the panel, enjoying my good show. All right. I mean, Swag, what you think so far? The consequences of being a 304. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comment section below. That and you still at work. Okay. Okay, it is what it is. Oh, by the way, starting next month, my schedule going to change again, so I might be able to do these shows, you know, at a different time. I'm going back to working graveyard shifts sometime next month, so hey, I may have more time to hop on you and Melanie's panels during the night before I go to work, if we're lucky. So yeah, I get it. Try to be on y'all show while I'm at work. It's complicated. That's why I kept hopping on and off of y'all last panel. I was at work the whole time. They didn't get a chance to speak my piece. I had a lot to say on Sweet Melody's last panel, but it is what it is. Trying to work and watch these shows at the same time, it gets complicated. Yeah. So I get it. All right. Let's get back into this. But well, I guess I could do this right now. All right, for those of y'all listening in the back, I'm gonna play another clip before I get back into the main videos. Let's see, where is it? Ah, here it is. Okay, let me know what you think about this one. Anybody in the back? Fair use?
I've never met a single person who cared, I guess. I've never met a single man who's cared about it. None of my exes cared. The people that I've tried dating before or gone on dates before, none of them cared. They all supported it. They had no issues with it whatsoever. They said, if it empowers you and if you're making money and you're supporting your family, which I do with my money. I have very struggling parents, so I support my parents with my money.
And very upfront about
Can I ask you a question?
that.
Very upfront, too.
Has a guy ever lied to you to get laid? Or do you think men have ever lied to you to get laid?
In what way? Because I don't let just anyone.
I mean,
sex
I'm
with
a
me.
guy and I know men frequently will lie to get laid, so they'll gas you up. No, babe, it doesn't matter.
No, I really strongly don't think so.
Oh my God!
The price ain't right. The price ain't right. She just basically said that that the men that she dealt with in the past didn't care about her 304 phase or what body count, whatever. They supported it. They said, well, if you feel empowered by it, go right ahead and do your thing. So I'm going to reach one of two conclusions. Either one, those guys are such sucker ass sense that they don't know any better. And they think that this kind of behavior should be normalized and accepted. Or two, these men really don't give a shit, and like the man just said, they're lying just to get into her panties. Because yes, we men do that. Sometimes we'll gaslight a female just for the sake of getting into her pants, but we know damn well what she's doing is unacceptable. We'll accept it just for the time being, or we'll just accept it as long as you're giving us that cooch. As long as I got access to you sexually, yeah, we'll accept that. We'll accept that shit as long as we getting access to you sexually. But in the long run, nah, we ain't gonna take y'all seriously. Okay, so as I said, the consequence of being a 304 is a life of loneliness. You're still going to get some meat from time to time, but no real love will ever enter a 304's life off rip. You're damn right it's not. You're damn right it's not. It's not going to enter your life off rip. Seriously, it is not going to enter your life. No. Talking about this is empowering. Again, those men are either simps that don't know no damn better, or two, they just gaslighting her just to get access to her sexually. Because yes, sometimes men and women will gaslight one another just so they can get something out of them. They'll tolerate something as long as they're getting something out of it. Like me, I'm not going to complain about a female being a 304 as long as I'm getting my rocks off on her. Because what they say now, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Yeah, when it's my turn, I'm enjoying for what it's worth. You can go back to doing whatever you want to do. After all, you ain't the only broad out here that I'm dealing with, so you better get used to that shit right now. That's why I say it's best for men to have options. Because while you're not the only man piping her down, you better make sure that she ain't the only chick you piping down or whatever. Yeah, two can play that game. Yeah, that's just the way that goes. All right. Now I'm finna get back to the main video. Now this video is gonna be a little different than what I normally show on here. Damn. This is a little different than what I usually show on here, but it still hits home as far as the topic. So just bear with me. Now I'm gonna show y'all this. Okay, this is a little African story. This is a little African folk tale that I just happened to come across. But let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, shout out to Tales at Dawn. I guess this channel just tells a bunch of African stories depicting the life and culture of Africans living in a village or sometimes a city. Yeah, and the mess they have to deal with and learning some life lessons and morals along the way. Yeah. This particular story is entitled "Every Man in the Village Want a Taste of Her." And I chose this video because it kind of hits hard on what we're talking about, the consequences of being a 304. And of course, you get to understand how it's different in other parts of the world, how 304 culture is perceived, because we all know 304 culture is way prevalent out here in America. But how is it perceived in other parts of the world? In this case, Africa. So yeah, I'm gonna play this little story for y'all. Those of y'all listening in the back, feel free. Of course, I'll be stopping it to critique it like I do any video. But this story really caught my interest as far as consequences of being a 304. Only this time it's in Africa. All right, let's listen to this story here. It's only 17 minutes long, so bear with me on this. Okay, fair use.
Village full of laughter. Once upon a time, in a lovely and beautiful village full of laughter and sunshine, there lived a woman named Simbi. Simbi was not just any woman. She was the village hairdresser. Everyone in the village loved her because she could twist and turn hair into beautiful styles.
Nice.
She had a daughter named Shalewa, who was as bright as the morning sun. Shalewa, Simbi's daughter, was a young girl with a heart as pure as the clear village stream. Her smile could light up the darkest room, and her laughter was contagious. Shalewa loved to watch her mother work, and she learned how to braid hair by watching the swift movements of Simbi's fingers. Even though she was still little, Shalewa started helping her mom with simple hairstyles, and the people in the village adored her.
Oh, how touching. Young African girl helping her mom in the village do hair. I love it.
For her kindness and the small, perfect braids she could do. Life wasn't always easy for Simbi and Shalewa. Simbi's husband and Shalewa's father had gone to the stars a few years back, leaving them to face the world on their own.
Wow.
But Simbi was strong, and she loved her daughter more than anything. She worked hard every day to make sure they had enough to eat and that Shalewa could have a happy life, full of laughter and love. The villagers respected Simbi, not just for her talent with hair, but also for the way she raised Shalewa. Everyone could see the love and respect between mother and daughter. They would often say, "Look at Simbi and Shalewa. What a beautiful bond they share."
Indeed.
It's like the warmth of the sun on a cool morning. And so, amidst the mango trees and under the vast African sky, Simbi and Shalewa lived their lives, weaving not just hair but the stories of all who came to sit with them. The village was their home, and in it they found joy, friendship, and the strength to face each new day together. As time danced by, the little village under the big African sky saw many seasons change. Shalewa became a beautiful young woman, like a
Well, she ain't bad looking. Yeah, she's quite beautiful, like the fro and everything. Yeah, very nice.
flower blooming brightly in the sun. But something else changed. Shalewa, who used to listen to her mother, started to march to her own beat. She stopped helping Simbi with the hair plaiting, and her once kind words turned sharp. She wanted her mother to do everything for her, forgetting the bond they shared. Simbi's heart felt heavy like a cloud ready to rain. She tried to speak to Shalewa, to remind her of the love, the respect, and the kindness they once shared. But Shalewa, like a river, flowed on her own path.
Yep, and that's how they all start. Y'all can probably see where this is going. Once a beautiful young girl that listened to her mom and had a strong bond with her mother, now she's acting like a rebel. This is what you call the rebel phase. I guess everyone has to go through this at some point, but you outgrow it, I guess. Compare that to the 304 phase, where there's no coming out of that phase, even if you decide to stop doing it altogether. Seriously, how do you outgrow a 304 phase, honestly? But anyway, let's see what happens to this young lady. Fair use, ladies and gents, fair use.
Away from her mother's words. The once close-knit
My bad, y'all. Pardon the interruption. Okay, let me see. Where was I? All right, this story. Let's continue. Let's see. Right now, she's going through her rebel phase and want to be free from her mother. Let's see where this goes.
Their lives started to unravel, setting the stage for a tale of growth, choices, and lessons to be learned. Simbi, the hair-making woman, worried a lot about Shalewa, her daughter. She saw Shalewa not listening and not being nice like before. Simbi tried talking to her. She said, Shalewa, my child, remember to be kind, listen well, and help others. It's good for the heart.
It is.
But Shalewa just wouldn't listen. She turned her back and sometimes even said unkind words to her mother.
Really?
Which made Simbi very sad. One sunny day, when the sky was as clear as the stream by the village, Ronka came to visit. Ronka was Simbi's sister, and she lived in another town. Not too far, but not close either. Ronka had heard stories about Shalewa, and she wanted to see for herself. When Ronka arrived, Shalewa didn't show respect. She didn't kneel to greet Ronka or even offer her water to drink.
Damn, so even her own aunt is not safe from the disrespect this young lady is showing. Jesus Christ. Went from a kind, sweet, adoring young lady who's very obedient to a reckless rebel. This is how they start. And by the way, y'all notice she came from a single-parent household? I think that they mentioned earlier in the story that her father passed away and now it's just her and her mom. Is it just me or do most kids who come from single-parent households go through this rebellious phase? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that's more prone to people from single-parent households, or that can happen in any household? I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell me something. But anyways, fair use. Yeah.
Ronka was surprised and not happy. She talked to Simbi about it. Simbi, Shalewa has grown wings too big. She needs to learn respect and kindness again, Ronka said. After seeing how Shalewa acted, Ronki had an idea. Let Shalewa come with me to the town. It might teach her some good manners, Ronke suggested.
I hope so.
Simbi was scared at first because she knew Ronke was very strict. But thinking deep in her heart, Simbi hoped it might help Shalewa. So she said yes. Shalewa was happy to leave. She thought, I'll see new places and have fun. She packed her things, not knowing this journey was more about learning than fun. The next morning, with her bag packed, Shalewa left with Ronki to the town, leaving Simbi hoping her daughter would find her way back to being the kind and loving Shalewa she once knew. Shalewa and her Ronki arrived in the town, a place buzzing like a beehive, with sounds and sights new to Shalewa.
You're gonna give me the damn these ads.
Like, comment, and subscribe, because it's just what the doctor prescribed.
Okay, let's continue. Fair use.
House was different from the cozy hut in the village. It was bigger, with more rooms and a gate that creaked when opened. At first, Shalewa was like a mouse, quiet and careful. She helped Ronki in the house, sweeping the floors and going to the market.
Okay, well, that's a start at least. Let's see where this goes.
Ronki was strict, and Shalewa didn't dare say no. She remembered her mother's gentle face and thought, maybe being helpful is good. But soon...
Exactly. Yeah. Your auntie ain't gonna play that shit. Hell no. The aunt wasn't playing that, so yeah. Let's see how this goes. Fair use.
Shalewa met some girls in the town. These girls walked with their heads high and wore clothes that made everyone look at them. They talked about fun things like dances and parties. Shalewa's eyes sparkled. She thought, This is the fun I was missing. Thus new friends showed Shalewa how to dress like them, in bright clothes that were very different from what she wore in the village. They laughed and shared secrets, and Shalewa felt like she belonged. She started to forget the lessons from her mother and Ronka. She liked the attention she got when she walked down the street.
God damn. Even in Africa, this kind of shit was happening. So yeah, those of y'all that be going overseas, you best believe you're going to find women like this, but their response to such behavior differs than it is out here in America. Okay, let's see where this goes. Fair use.
Feeling like a peacock with its feathers spread wide. Ronka noticed the change in Shalewa. She saw the new clothes and the late nights. Ronka shook her head and said, Shalewa, remember who you are. Don't lose yourself. But Shalewa's ears were filled with the laughter and music of her new friends. She couldn't hear Ronka's words, thinking only of the next fun thing to do, drifting further away from the lessons of kindness and respect she once knew. Then one day, something surprising happened.
Really?
When her aunt had friends over, Shalewa had to say hello and help out. But Shalewa wanted to show she could make her own choices, so she didn't greet them like she was supposed to. She asked, why do I have to greet them first? They can say hello to me too. Everyone was very surprised and didn't know what to say. Her aunt's friends were shocked because all kids in town were usually very polite. And her aunt was very upset to see Shalewa acting this way.
Damn. So far, just when you thought she was just when you thought she was regaining that respect, the respect and morality that her mom and aunt were teaching her, she meets a new group of friends and it brought her right back down. Oh my gosh. I know this story may seem a little, hopefully y'all don't find this story boring, but trust me, y'all gonna see there's a point to this whole thing. Watch this to the end. You're gonna see there's a point to this. You already see where this is going. She's still stuck in that rebellious phase, especially after meeting her newfound friends, if you could even call them friends. But anyways, fair use.
In front of her friends. After the friends left, her aunt told Shalewa she couldn't stay with her anymore because she wasn't listening or learning. You need to go back to your mom, she said. I can't help you.
Yeah, kick her ass out.
If you don't want to learn.
She's right. You can't help her. She doesn't want to learn. Yeah.
Shalewa packed her things, feeling both mad and excited. She was going back to her village, where everyone used to pay her a lot of attention. Shalewa came back to her village after some time with Ronki, but she was not the same Shalewa who left.
Now look at this new version of her, strutting her stuff like she owns the place. So I guess she's becoming basically the African version of a modern woman. Yeah, that's basically what she's becoming here. The African version of a modern woman. Here we go.
She walked into the village like a new breeze. But this breeze was different, strong, and surprising. She wore clothes that made all the villagers open their eyes wide.
I wonder why.
A short wrapper around her waist and a top that was just as short, showing more skin than the village was used to.
Exactly. Now, how much y'all want to bet if this was America, they would say, oh, this is women being empowered. This is female empowerment. You go, sis. But apparently these African villages don't seem to look at it that way. They don't seem to look at it that way. They're looking at her as if she's some sort of attention seeker. But anyways, fair use.
People in the village whispered and pointed. Is that Shalewa? They asked each other. She looks so different. Shalewa walked with her chin up, enjoying the looks and whispers. She thought it meant she was special,
No,
that
it doesn't.
she stood out from everyone else. When Simbi, Shalewa's mother, saw her daughter, her heart sank like a stone in water. She rushed to wrap Shalewa in a big, modest wrapper, asking, "Why are you dressed like this, my child?" But Shalewa pushed the wrapper away, saying, "This is how we dress in town. It's fashionable." Simbi's eyes filled with worry. She knew the village wouldn't understand, and she feared what this change meant for her daughter. That evening,
Yep, she's gonna be an African 304. I can see it. You can already see it.
Simbi sat with Shalewa, trying to bridge the gap that had grown between them. "Shalewa, my dear, why have you changed so much? This dressing, it's not our way," Simbi said gently. But Shalewa was defiant. "Mother, I like it. It makes me feel good, and everyone looks at me," she replied.
Yeah, it makes you feel good and people are gonna look at you. But sometimes what makes you feel good might not be necessarily good for you. Sometimes what makes you feel good might not be good for you. And just because people are noticing you doesn't mean they're noticing you for all the right reasons. That's crazy. But anyway, this was an interesting African tale. Trust me, at the end of this story, you're going to see there's a point to this. But anyways, fair use.
Missing the concern in her mother's eyes, Simbi lay awake that night, her heart heavy with worry. She thought about the respect and values she had tried to instill in Shalewa, now seemingly washed away like footprints in the sand.
Wow.
Simbi feared what this meant for Shalewa's future, how the village would treat her, and the path she was choosing to walk. The return of Shalewa had brought a storm of emotions to Simbi's heart, and she wondered how they would weather this together. As
you are the future.
into weeks, Shalewa's love for attention grew like a wildfire.
Yep, love for attention. You heard that. Love for attention. Doesn't that sound familiar to anybody? Love for attention. Woo, boy. There's a point to this. Yeah. Fair use.
She enjoyed the stares and whispers from the men in the village, feeling like a queen in her own little kingdom. She cared less and less about what her mother, Simbi, or anyone else said. Shalewa thought, "I am special. Everyone loves me." But the love she thought she saw was not real. It was a shadow that disappeared when the sun went down.
Exactly. They notice her in the day, but they ignore her during the night. Yeah. That's the thing about attention. It's good in the heat of the moment, but once that attention is gone, it's like, now what's the point? It's good for the moment, but when it's gone, whoa, boy, now you don't know what to do. Okay, fair use.
Simbi warned her, "Shalewa, this path is slippery. Be careful."
Please be careful.
But Shalewa's ears were close to her mother's words. She believed the sweet nothings whispered in her ears under the moonlight, not seeing the danger in those fleeting moments. It didn't take long before Shalewa started sleeping with rich men in the village in exchange for money.
Oh my God. The price ain't right. The price ain't right. No pun intended, by the way. I'm just saying. So now she's gone from seeking the attention of men to sleeping with the rich, wealthy villagers in exchange for money. Oh, God Almighty. This is what you would call an African 304. So let's see how this turns out for her. Let me know what you think of this story so far in the comments. I promise you this ties into what we're talking about here. Thus far, y'all can already see where this is going. Yeah. A well-behaved young girl went through a rebellious phase. Now she's going through what they call an African equivalent of a 304 phase. I guess a 304 phase can be the same thing no matter what culture you're in. But this is what she's becoming, an African modern woman / 304.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
All right, fair use.
Since she looks very attractive, showing half of her body with her dresses. Her mother wasn't happy with this because among the women in the village, they always talked about her and how she was disobedient and how she uses her body to snatch their husbands.
Damn. Kind of like what happens here in America. Yep. These 304 women be getting the attention of men, and yes, even married men, to sleep with them. Now, granted, no married man has any business messing around with a loose 304. I say if you got a wife at home, leave these broads alone. Do what you want when you're single, but when you're in a relationship, all bets are off. That's the way it's supposed to be anyways. But anyways, fair use.
And one morning, the world seemed to spin around Shalewa. She felt sick and everything changed. Shalewa was pregnant. Fear gripped her heart. Who is the father?
Damn. Now she's pregnant?
This is bullshit. Oh my God!
All right, let's continue.
She wondered, her mind racing through the faces of men who had admired her. She tried to find answers, but each door closed in her face. The men who had once chased her now turned away, saying,
I wonder why. You heard it. The men that once chased after her turned her away. Why? Because she was prancing around Africa like some African 304. The men had their fun and they discarded her happy ass. Yeah. It's the same thing that goes on here in America. It's pretty safe to say that male nature is the same no matter where you go, kind of like our female nature is the same no matter where you go. Only difference is how they respond to it. Now this young lady walking around pregnant with some man's child, and keep in mind this is an African village, so they have no DNA testing resources to verify who the father is. So who knows what she's going to do from this point on, but let's continue. Fair use.
We want nothing to do with this. Simbi was very sad and told Shalewa, I warned you, but you didn't listen.
Exactly. She warned you, you didn't fucking listen, and now look what's happening.
Shalewa felt really bad and ran to her room to cry. She knew she had made some big mistakes and started to regret them.
Yeah, she was young, hot, sexy, and childless. Now she's young. Now she's young and about to give birth to a child. Not so sexy anymore, is she? Yep.
But deep down, she didn't want to believe everything was ruined. Shalewa knew she needed help, so she went to see the men she had been with. She hoped one of them would want to help her and the baby. But when
All right, here we go. Okay, let me see. Fair use, fair use.
When she went to their houses, they all turned her away. The rich men said they already had families and couldn't help her.
Exactly. All the men you were sleeping around with, guess what? They already had other priorities. You were just an option. It wasn't like we say in America, she's not yours, it's just your turn. So these men didn't want you, it was just their turn to have fun with you. So basically you were just an African pass around. That's all there is to it. She was an African pass around. Yeah. Okay. Fair use.
The young and handsome men didn't want to believe the baby could be theirs. They all said, why would we marry someone who acts like you? What kind of lessons would you teach our child? Is it to become a woman with low value? Or to dress indecently like you do? Feeling real.
Damn. Damn. Absolutely. Shots fired. All those men told her up front, why the hell should any of us take you seriously with the way you dress and the way you act? You're not going to teach our kids anything except how to degrade themselves the same way you did. So no. What common sense responsible man wants to make a woman like this the mother of his children? Seriously. Who wants to do that? So yeah, that was spot on. This is the consequences for being a 304. Okay, let's hear some more. Fair use.
Low. Shaliwa thought maybe the village drunkard would say the baby was his, but even he said no. He told her, the way you dress and act made us notice you, but that's not what we want in a wife. We were just having fun.
Damn. Exactly. The way you dress and the way you act got you attention from men, but that's not what these men want in a wife. They were just having fun. Kind of what we do over here in America. We'll have fun with these 304s, but we don't want to wife them up. The second we have our fun and some irresponsible man gets her pregnant, that's it, we're finished. So it's pretty safe to say that the male nature is the same no matter where you go, kind of like our female nature is the same damn near everywhere you go. The only difference is these villages are holding this young lady accountable for her 304 fuckery. That's a big difference I'm seeing right here. Here in America, this is considered female empowerment. Here in America, the sisterhood will be right behind her, telling her what she wants to hear to make her feel good. And they would think like, oh, well, the men just can't handle you. If you're a real man, you would take this woman in and help her child. But in these African countries, they don't play that bullshit. This woman fucked up her whole life trying to get the attention of the village men. Now she got that attention. Now that the attention is gone because she's pregnant, she don't know what to do at this point. My God. And salute to the Africans. Honestly, I respect what y'all do. I'm an African American, so I got to give my respects to the Africans. Yeah. Because this story really hit hard about my topic of discussion, the consequences of being a 304, and you're witnessing it in this African story right here. Now that she's pregnant, no man wants anything to do with her, kind of like out here in the West where you'll mess around with a woman, but when she comes back talking about she's pregnant by some other man, so I was like, I don't want to do with you. I know it ain't my child. Except in America, we have the resources to do DNA tests to find out who the father of the child is. In Africa, they have no such things, so they can't do that. So now it's anybody's guess who the father of this woman's baby is. Yeah. And let's hear that. Let's hear that one more time. Cause that really hit hard. Let's hear what he had to say. Let's hear this one more time.
He told her, the way you dress and act made us notice you, but that's not what we want in a wife. We were just having fun.
Exactly. They were just having fun. Yep, that about summed it up. They were just having fun with her. They don't want this kind of woman to be the mother of their children. Why would they? Even the African men don't support this kind of nonsense, but at least in these other countries where they uphold traditionalism, they don't take too kindly to such trashy behavior. Yes, you're going to get noticed by the men there, but they'll have fun with you and then kick your ass to the curb. Now, granted, the guy that knocked her up, he needs to come up and take care of this baby, but we know he ain't gonna do that. The African equivalent of a Pookie and Ray Ray, we know he ain't gonna do that. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, fair use.
Now, Shalewa felt truly alone. Not even the drunkard wanted to help her. She realized that all the warnings from her mom and aunt were right. Shalewa felt alone, more alone than she had ever felt. The village's whispers turned into loud judgments. Her friends from the town were nowhere to be found.
Yep, even her sisterhood is nowhere to be found. Ain't that about something? Her sisterhood is not even there. Oh man, even her sisterhood is gone. Nowhere to be seen.
Even the light in her mother's eyes seemed dimmed by disappointment and worry. The rejection was a cold shower on Shalewa's fiery spirit. She realized the cost of her choices, the weight of her actions. She had sought attention, but now she craved invisibility.
Exactly. You talk about the older you get, the more invisible you are. Well, hell, if you spend your life being a 304 for the streets, you're gonna enjoy that visibility for what it's worth. Because when you hit the wall, pregnant with kids all over because when you hit the wall because you're pregnant with kids all over the place, you're gonna wish people didn't notice your ass. Again, in America, that's female empowerment, so it doesn't put us in a position to judge. But in Africa, they do things totally different. The men, the ladies in that village will look at you and notice you. The men will too, but they'll lust after you, but they don't want a relationship with you. And they can't blame the men because let's face it, men are gonna be men. Men like sex. We all like sex. So if you offer it to us, don't be mad if we take said offer. Again, I don't condone the guy smashing her raw and getting her pregnant because he was irresponsible with this seed. But hell, baby daddies and baby mamas are byproducts of each other, so they're both responsible for this. Yeah. But anyways, fair use.
The village, once her stage, had become a prison of eyes and whispers. Shalewa, with nowhere left to turn, went back to her mother's hut. Simbi, despite her disappointment, opened her arms to her daughter. Shalewa cried, "I'm sorry, mother. I didn't listen." But the words were a small comfort against the reality of her situation.
They are.
The consequences of her choices had caught up with her, leaving her to face a future filled with uncertainty and the hard lesson that some attention comes with a price far too high.
Exactly. And that's how this hits home on my original topic. The consequences of being a 304. And now this young African woman is learning that the hard way. Yep.
Shalewa found herself at a crossroads. With the village whispering behind her back and the weight of her choices heavy on her shoulders, she looked into the mirror of her life and didn't recognize the reflection staring back. Her heart, once light and joyful, now carried the burden of regret. Acknowledging her mistakes was...
Yep. Kind of like in America where they go through a 304 phase and they're regretted in the long run. Yep.
Like letting go of a heavy load for Shalewa. She decided to leave the village, not to run away from her problems, but to learn, to grow, and to return as the Shalewa her mother raised her to be.
Yeah, at least she's going to discover herself minus the 304 phase, but who knows if it's too late for her or not. Oh well, fair use.
She packed her belongings, her heart filled with a mix of sadness and hope. Shalewa's departure was quiet, with only Simbi waving her off. She didn't know where her journey would take her, but she carried with her the lessons of the past and the hope for a better tomorrow. Shalewa traveled far, to a land where no one knew her story.
Yeah, and doesn't that sound familiar? You have a 304 phase in one area, so what do? Move to another area where nobody knows you and they can't judge you. Yep, that sounds very familiar. Same thing that happens here in America, only again, we don't judge them as much because society won't allow that to happen. At least in Africa, they uphold some sort of traditionalism. Because yes, again, the men have fun with her, but they don't want to marry her. Yeah. Anyways, fair use.
She started fresh, working, learning, and most importantly, reflecting on the person she wanted to become. Shalewa's story became one of reflection and redemption, a tale whispered in the village as a reminder that being obedient is a great virtue, and dressing indecently just to get attention usually leads to a result that one might not be happy with. Because no responsible man would marry someone whom everyone has seen their body or slept with.
Exactly. All right.
And so our tale ends, not with a goodbye, but with a promise of new beginnings. A reminder that it's never too late to change our story. I hope you enjoyed the tale.
Yep. That's the end of the story. That was something. So yeah, this African woman went through a 304 phase, if you could call it that once again. And now she suffered the consequences. Now she's pregnant with someone's child, and no one knows who the child is, who the child's father truly is. But yeah, that was just crazy. Unfreaking believable. Man, oh man. Because if this was America, yeah, if that was in America, they'd have said, oh, this is female empowerment. It's not your place to judge her for being a 304. Well, every country is different. Every culture is different. Out there, they don't take into account that kind of bullshit. They expect boys and girls alike to be respectable people and respect their elders. They expect that from everybody. That's just the way that goes. And again, like I said, I think the guy that got her knocked up needs to own up and fess up that he got her pregnant. But I doubt he's going to do that. And by the way, I couldn't find a part 2 to this story, so I don't know how that story ended. But this is what happens. This story indicates what happens when you go through a 304 phase. And because in Africa, they don't have social media or anything like that, so it gave her opportunity to self-reflect. Because as we all know, thanks to social media, female here in America, there is no leeway for them to actually reflect on anything. So when they're depressed, they'll just go on social media, boast about their problems, and watch the sisterhood blow up their egos. Not to mention the thirsty simps that want to get a taste of her. But in this African village, no, that didn't happen. Not one beta male simp showed up to try to ease her pain. If anything, they told her what she needed to hear. Yes, you're fun to look at, but we will never wife you up because you're not worthy of being a wife. Bottom line, point and simple. That's how that works. And that's how that tale ends right there. Hope that story wasn't boring to y'all, because I really got something out of that. That's what prompted me to do this topic in the first place. Yeah. Okay, I got one more. I got another video. Hold on a minute. Okay, I got another video to show you guys. Let me know what you think of this one. Fair use before I close up. Okay, fair use.
And that's exactly why I said that in this industry, I'm single until I retire.
But it will still matter.
I don't plan on doing this or getting married or finding the love of my life until I retire, like truthfully.
And then after that, you see what happens to Nina Agdal.
No. And then after that, I will be honest and truthful with the person that I will be getting married to or whatever, and it'll be up to him to accept that, right? So,
and I'm just saying that men's natural proclivity is to not accept that because it brings them shame. This is why women struggle to get married when they've made themselves available on OnlyFans, because other men don't want to share. They don't want to share their wife. They maybe will share their girlfriend. They might think it's fun to date a stripper for a little bit. They might think, oh, this means I'm going to have sex 12 times a day. But then when it gets down to just their biological instinct, it's actually quite embarrassing for them as a man, because they can look up your girl and here she is, you know? So that's what I think is happening.
Exactly. Like I said, what responsible man wants a woman that every other man has had? Nobody wants that. You can call it misogynistic, oppression, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, but y'all be the same people shaming men or talking down or clowning men when they get played by the same exact women that y'all want us to chase. Yeah. You should marry a 304, but when she cheat on me, are you going to be there for me? Probably not, because I should have known better. I should have known better. No woman has any business doing that, but it's up to men to learn how things are in this society. Learn the game. Anybody want to come up? The link is in the description. If not, I'm going to continue doing what I do best. Putting the word out that this is what the hell is going on in our modern society. All right, check out this one. Fair use.
You're smarter than the average bitch online, but all you have the same exact story, the same exact resume, the same sad stories, the same illegitimate children from failed relationships, and it all happened the same. We grew apart. He was abusive. He wasn't shit. But you gave the man the greatest gift you can ever give a man in life, which is another life that reflects his imagery and passes on his legacy. But you're so smart. So I'm sorry, ladies, it's going to be very hard to determine who's the good woman and who's the hoe.
Yep, he ain't lying. Honestly, this guy is not lying. I mean, damn. I mean, no lies detected in what he just said. Yeah, because now that I think about it, I've been hearing the same old sob story for as long as I can remember. Oh, this nigga wasn't shit. My last boyfriend was abusive. And since we had no real facts as far as what really happened, we just take it and run with it. Crying shame, actually. But yeah, but when you start hearing this same old bullshit from different women over and over again, it makes you wonder what the hell is really going on. Why are these women getting in such bad relationships? Why these ladies can't seem like they can't find somebody to settle down with? Why? That's because these women are just not fit to be in relationships. Because their whole phases it's left them unfit to be in a relationship. And sometimes these women will basically choose men that they know are just full of shit, thinking they can change them. But when shit don't go well, now they're blaming the men instead of just saying, well, I should have just chose better. Yeah, everything is on the man. At least in other countries, they hold women accountable as well as the men accountable. It's sad, but true. All right, my last video before I give my final thoughts.
And then eventually it got to a point where like I was 19 and I got kicked out of my house because I was like bringing over 6 dudes a night. Like it just was never enough. Enough was never enough.
6 dudes a night?
For like a consecutive week, yeah.
6 dudes a night? Like at the same time or like
No.
after the other?
Yeah, one after the other, yeah.
And how were you meeting these guys?
Usually dating apps. I have like a hard time approaching men. I usually just wait until they approach me. Or I used to like to drink a lot too, so I would go to the bar, drink, and hook up with guys.
That's what happens when you get when you go through a whole phase. That's exactly what can happen when you go through a whole phase. Yeah. Got kicked out of her mama's house because she was being a hoe. It's like there's no shame in our society anymore. Absolutely no shame. Ugh. This is just mind-boggling, to say the least. But yeah, this is what happens when you go down that path of being a 304. Okay. I'm damn near at the 3-hour mark. And since no one's coming on the show, I mean, it's all good. All right. This was an interesting show. I'm glad I could put this out here for other people to see. Those of y'all that's not watching, I guess y'all could watch the replay and then try to gain something from this. But yeah. This was a very interesting show. So I guess now I'll give my final thoughts now. Close this shit out. And by the way, anybody that want to come up, feel free to do so. If anybody come up, I'll stand the show to another couple minutes and let you speak on it. Yeah. But here are my final thoughts on the whole thing. They say for every action you choose, you're choosing the consequences, like I said in the beginning of the stream. So if you choose to be a 304, hope you're ready for the consequences. Nobody wants to marry you. Nobody wants to take you seriously. People look at you as being someone they can just smash, dash, and thrash. Yeah. In any event, and after these men are through with you, now they don't want anything to do with you because they had their fun. Your value has plummeted. So now they're going to go for younger, hotter, sexier, childless females. Shout out to Game Changer for that one. Yeah. That's what they're going to do at the end of the day. So ladies, do not go through a 304 phase, if you could even call it that. Because it ain't really a phase per se, because a phase is something you grow out of. You can't grow out of being a 304. It ain't like saying, I used to be rebellious against my parents, but I grew up and realized what I was doing was wrong. I had to learn from my mistakes. You can't compare that to, I used to sleep around with 5 or 6 different men, and now I'm reformed. No, they're not the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, but they are not the same thing. Hate to tell you. Because a rebel phase is something you come out of. A 304 phase can follow you for the rest of your life because you got all these emotional ties to all these different people. So no, it's not the same thing. I don't care how you slice it. It is never going to be the same thing. And it's best that we come to terms with that. And I tell any man, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. If you try, it may be good at first, but then she's going to revert back to her 304 ways at some point at some point during the relationship. You never know when it's coming, but believe me, it is coming. But yeah, that's my final thoughts on the whole thing. A 304, there are consequences behind being a 304, and we just saw them. Hell, I think that African story really hit home on what happens when you become a 304. The only difference is, like I said, in other cultures, including Africa, they hold women accountable for their fuckery instead of just letting them get away with it, calling it female empowerment. All right. That's just my take on the whole thing. And before I dip up out of here, let me give a shout out to Centicole, unpredictable, always at her Pentacole. Salute to Zara. She goes to Farah. Messing with her, there will be no tomorrow. And next time, stay a little longer, please. Salute to Killer Swag. Get that bag. Don't be caring about no price tags. Salute to Zach B and RB Fader for stopping by, giving y'all commentary on this whole thing. Really appreciate you guys showing up for my show. Really appreciate it. Wish you could have came on the panel, but it is what it is. I understand y'all probably be at work. I know I'll be at work too sometime, but it is what it is. Okay, no pressure here. But thank you everybody for stopping by, tuning into my show. This is your boy Hustler and Muscular, also known as H&M, dropping some gems, stomping harder than a pair of Timbs. I'm out of here, y'all. Deuces!
I need to see those hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Yeah, come on. I need to see those hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let's go.
Just like that. Just like that. Just like that.
Back when Andre the Giant, Mr. Elephant Tuck, picture us, you'll be just another one bit of dust. Just one of my mother's sons who got thrown under the bus. Kiss my butt, lick my under cheese from under my nuts. It disgusts me to see the game the way that it looks. It's a must, I redeem my name and haters get mushed. Bitches lust, man they love me when I lay in the cut. Fisticuff, the lady get paraded some paper cuts. Now picture us, it's ridiculous, she curses the thought. Cause when I spit the verse, the shit gets worse and worse, it's just song. If I can fit the words, it's picture perfect works every time. Every verse, every line, as simple as nursery rhymes. It's elementary, the elephants have entered the room. I venture to say with the center of attention it's true. Not to mention back with the vengeance, so here's the signal of the bat symbol. The platinum trio's back on you hoes.
When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
They see that low guy that go by, they like, oh my. You ain't got to tell me why you're sick, cause I know why. I dip through in that 6 tray, like sick of Dre. I'm an itch that they can't scratch, they sick of me. But hey, what else can I say? I love LA, cause over and above all, it's just another day. And this one begins where the last one ends. Pick up where we left off and get smashed again. I'll be damned, just fuck around and crash my Benz. Driving around with a smashed front end. Let's cash that one in. Grab another one from out the stable. The Monte Carlo, El Camino, or the El Dorado. The hell if I know, I will never see to final. Decisions. Garage looks like precision collision. Or make 'em beats wait like Waco. Just keep the bass low, speakers away from your face though.
When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. 30 Silvers in the building, y'all. That's right. Up top in the building, y'all. That's right. Midwest in the building, y'all. That's right. West Coast in the building, y'all. That's right. 30 Silvers in the building, y'all. That's right. Up top in the building, y'all. That's right. Midwest in the building, y'all. That's right. West Coast in the building, y'all. Just drop.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Nah, me and Luda wasn't good at computers, so we dropped out of school cause we tryna fuck the tutor. Her ex-man drove a Mercury Cougar, I hit her with this maneuver, he just couldn't recoup her. We got vouchers to stand on these couches, James Brown couldn't tell me get down. We got foreign cars and houses, we got porno stars and spouses. You tryna stab one like Jack the Ripper, tryna get two like Jack the Tripper. My nigga Tone been locked for a minute. He come home from the street, he gon' want some scrippers. And I'm a big tipper, I don't even be tripping. This is my first real Rolex, they don't even be ticking. This is my first pair of earrings I can wear in the shower without I'm clouding up in a half an hour. So that basically mean my paper getting mean. 4 G's in the paper denim jeans. The pink rocks red hot like Anthony Kiedis. You see this Jesus, the sweetest Adidas. We fire, y'all retire. All ugly people, please be quiet. Hoven get a beat from me in a minute. He heard just to get fired. I was rehired. I got a track right now that can save mine. It ain't a song, it's a video called Dave Myers. I dropped 20 G's on the Spreeway rims. I get that money to enough and get some real spins.
When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah. Hey, DJ, bring that back. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah. Hey, DJ, bring that back.
Dirty South love it real big. Yeah. Midwest love it real big. East Coast love it real big. Yeah. West Coast love it real big. Dirty South love it real big. Yeah. Midwest love it real big. East Coast love it real big. Yeah. West Coast love it real big. Come on.
Rags to riches, quick to socializing with the baddest bitches. Went from a bucket to a rag with switches. I'm seeing that around the corner. I'm bumping Gloria, doing 90 cause I wanna. I'm getting high like I said it was some chocolate time. It's been some Indonesia. Watch me fry, and even though I know the cops behind me, hit the weed enough. I continue doing 90. Will I get caught? Another ticket, get the kick it and caught. Fuck the law, give a shit, I'm even worse than before. I know they wanna see a nigga blurry, but I ain't worried, still throwing these things. Got me locked in these chains, and hey nigga, what the fuck is you wailing about? Soon as I hit the sale, I'll be bailing out. And when I hit the streets, I'm in the rush the ball. I'm screaming thug like nigga, fuck y'all.
When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back.
Come on.
Back up, yeah.
Yo, Brooklyn Clan, bring that back. Come on. Stop, no, stop, can't stop, no, stop, come on. Can't stop, no, stop. It's about to get hot, real hot, real hot. Come on. Can't stop, no, stop, can't stop, no, stop, come on. Can't stop, no, stop. Let's get it on, baby. Everybody in the club, give it up, give it up. Everybody in the club, stand up, stand up. Everybody in the club.